SL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Kap.
A little sabor. And we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Kap is on for your Thursday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, Thursday, June 19th edition of the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. Sedano and Kap on this Thursday. Of course, we're going to continue to talk about Jeannie Buss selling the Lakers to the Dodgers. And we'll find out how the game went last night. Cappy was in the house with Young D, producer DeAndre, along with our CHLA winner for the experience. Did the winner get all that he wanted? To experience a baseball game, a Dodgers game with Cappy, and the pressing of the flesh.
Oh.
I'm on with Sedano.
Followers.
Maliava, because I thought it was like I'm a leaving.
A duck butt. What is that?
Plus, Game 6 of the NBA Finals tonight. That and so much more. Let's do it. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover.
A Jerusalem cherry.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse.
Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like,
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm in back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm.
I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. I mean, look at him.
Whoa, man, I didn't know they come up on the glass.
Sedano and Kap, your Thursday afternoon right now.
You're in the zone, Captain. Oh, yeah. Eyes closed and everything in the zone. Get it, Cap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beto Duran. Beto.
What's up, Cap? You look good, man. You
Thanks,
look
man.
good.
Feeling good. Feeling good today.
Face looks good. Like you've been moisturizing pretty well.
Yeah, although yesterday I did see a video that we had on our socials that they took in here and the lights were shining off my head. It was like a mirror. My forehead, it's like a freaking
They said
mirror.
your forehead was oily, man.
Oh, I know, man. It's like I got to talk to Graham. Next time we can't use these lights. It just made me look so disgusting, you know?
Absolutely.
So it looked like I just got done running a marathon, you know? It looked so sweaty and gnarly. Beto, how we feeling today?
I'm like a champ, baby. Like a champ every single day.
Yeah?
You know, get a chance to hang out with you. Maybe Sedano, even better.
Is Sedano joining yet? He's coming in here pretty
He's waiting
soon.
for them to open the bowl.
Yeah,
He's
so
all
they-
connected, and we can hear like the background music, but they closed the bowl for shoot around.
They closed it. They don't want Sedano to see what's going on with the pregame.
Well, that's everybody. Though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so ridiculous. Coaches in every sport are just so over paranoid. It's crazy.
It's a win or go home game, man.
I know. Hey,
You
listen.
know, their backs are against the wall.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey, hey.
It's a must-win game.
Keep going.
It's going to come down to who wants it more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Terrible cliches.
Beto, oh, my God, man. We missed you last night. And our winner from the CHLA auction that actually won the, hey, go to a Padres-Dodgers game with us.
Yeah.
This young man, Garrett, from Manhattan Beach, this kid was, I must tell you, he was pretty upset that you weren't there.
Really?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I sent you a video in the game because he was like, I can't believe Beto didn't show up. I'm like, no, it's not that he didn't show up. I'm like, he's on the air. So I actually pulled up the YouTube and I showed him that you were on yesterday. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I was like, you want to send him a message? He's like, yeah, I do. I want to send him a message. So he did.
Real cool kid. And the best part is, though, you sent me that video after the show, after the show I did with Andy, and the stuff that been going on. I was like, I need a cocktail. So I kept saying on the broadcast yesterday with Andy that, hey, you know what? I'm going to go to the Crest. I'm going to go to the Crest, the spot in Torrance.
Yeah.
I'll be there. That's around the caddy. And then all people in the chat like, are you going? I'll go. If you show up, I'll buy you around. No problem. And then you sent me that video. On the video, DeAndre, it says, not for air. Don't publish. And I'm showing this to Ron the caddy, who's the wrong person to send it to. But I ended up meeting a couple of people that were at the bar who are listeners to the station. And one of them said, hey, is your boy Cap really like that? I said, yes. That is not an act. He really is that cool. So I ended up buying that. I bought that dude and his buddy a couple Stellas. So it was pretty cool.
We had a great time last night because DeAndre and I, we get to our seats yesterday at Dodger Stadium, and this couple comes in kind of behind us, and they're sitting right behind us, and they were so cool. They had a great story. They were going to the gym. This guy's name was Uli. And
Wait, Uli?
Yeah.
U-L-I?
Yeah. How do I?
No, okay.
Did I say it like ooh, like OOLI?
You like ooh-lee.
Ooh-lee. And so this brother,
Ulysses.
this brother comes in, and him and his girl, they were about to go to the gym, and then all of a sudden they got a wild hair, and they went, what if we go to the Dodger game instead of the gym? And they're like, okay. And they bought tickets on the way. Of course, I had to ask them how much the tickets were. $110 per ticket. Yeah. And they're like, how much did you pay for yours? And I'm like, I think the same. Like, I didn't really know.
That's when you tell somebody like, oh, man, you got a deal. Mine were more.
Yeah, I should have done that. I should have done that. And it was so funny. So Yuli and his lady are sitting right behind us, and 2 seats over was her brother, but I didn't know that it was her brother. And so I could hear them behind me, and she had like this big like can of beer or something like that.
It's called the tall can, Cappy.
Yeah, but I don't think it was really beer. I don't know what drink it was. But she I
think it was a tall can.
Was it?
Yeah, she had a tall can.
I thought it was something else other than beer, but it was a tall can. And so he says, this guy sitting 2 seats over goes, how is that? And she goes, it's good. She goes, you want to try it? He goes, okay. So she gives him the can. He starts drinking, and I turn around. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I have to be rude here. I go, but you just gave your can of beer to this guy to drink. You're going to let some stranger put his lips on your can? And she's like, oh, that's my brother. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know. It just seemed, right?
It's still a little.
It seemed weird, though, didn't it?
Like, yeah.
Like, you let somebody taste your liquor, right? Like, oh, let me get a sip of that, see what it tastes like. But a beer, you know what a beer tastes like.
Yeah, but it was her brother, so it was okay. But she was laughing. She's like, oh, she goes, that would be really weird if that were the case. Yeah. So we had a great time last night.
Sold out last night, huh?
Oh, my God, dude. It is packed.
Beautiful. It's sold out tonight. I got 1 ticket for tonight.
You going?
Yeah.
It was great.
I might not, though, because it's sold out. Mm-hmm. That's going to be traffic and everything else.
Traffic? Wait a second. What traffic? I don't know about any traffic at Dodger Stadium. I know nothing of traffic at Dodger Stadium on the way in or the way out. I know nothing of this traffic.
Let's just say Cap knew what he was doing going to Dodger Stadium.
Stop it.
I can't make it up. He knew what he was doing yesterday.
I know what he did. I know exactly what he did.
What do you think I did?
You acted like the chauffeur and said that you had somebody famous with you.
Yeah,
in the car.
right. Yeah,
Am I right?
Right. Yeah. I'm like, I got Jared Verse with me here. Right? It was so funny though, Beto. We get over towards Dodger Stadium, right? And it's just the lines are packed. Yeah. And I don't know why, but the far right lane, this bus decides to go into the far right lane where there's no traffic.
Because that's a bus lane.
Okay, well, guess what? It's also a car lane.
No, it's not.
Well, it was for me.
Oh, you went in that bus lane on Sunset?
Sure did.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, I did.
You are so lucky you didn't get caught.
What do you mean I did? I followed this bus.
Cappy, that is buses only.
Well,
it's a $500 ticket.
Well, all I can say is this.
Bro, you lucked out. So I wish you would have got a ticket.
I didn't get a ticket. And then
that would have been a great story.
And then once I had to turn right, then it really started. But I'll tell you more as the afternoon goes on, because DeAndre was looking at me like, you're not really doing this, are you?
Don't do it.
You know what, DeAndre? I was just sitting in that passenger.
He can do it.
We can't.
I don't know why not.
I was sitting in that passenger. I was like, oh no way this is going down.
All right, George is checking in now, courtside in Indianapolis, ready to go tonight for Game 6. What many people are predicting will be the end of the NBA Finals. Georgie, how we doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are outstanding, as a matter of fact. Excellent. So would you just describe what happened here moments ago? You were down there, you were getting ready, but then you had to leave. They kind of booted you. Explain what happened.
No, they did not boot us. The Pacers, like they did in Games 3 and 4, decided to do a shoot-around from about 5:15 to about like 6:20-ish or so. So they were doing that, and they were going through whatever last-minute protocols they were going through. I'm guessing, checking out Halliburton and who knows, maybe working on some stuff for the game.
Mm-hmm. And so they make everybody leave, obviously, right? I mean,
correct.
Coaches
Nobody's
are generally paranoid, yeah. And so what do you do? Like when they tell you, hey, you have to leave the lower bowl area and nobody can be in the arena, where do you go?
I went to the green room for a little bit, hung out. Chit-chatted with some friends and colleagues. Then I went to grab a bite to eat, and then came here.
Okay.
Yeah, teams do this often. Mm-hmm. You're used to it.
I don't want to say often.
I would say regular season, not the playoffs, right?
Yeah, in the regular season, a lot of times teams will do it if they're coming off like a back-to-back or something like that. The odd part of it is that, you've got 2 days off. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of strange, but it is what it is.
George, what are they giving out tonight in OKC? I mean, or Indy.
I don't know. They've got those Yes-Sirs shirts and like some wristbands. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing next to me.
Okay. George, I don't know if you've seen any of the social media posts from Jacob and Ronnie, but he was down in Hawaii.
No.
Oh, yeah. Jacob, as the official lawyer, apparently, of the Rams, went to the mini camp down in Maui.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
And so I was sometimes like I get up very early and I don't think about like other people maybe are not awake like I'm awake. So I will start sending texts to people very early. And then I realize that it's a little too early. And then I'll start with
because you sent Jacob a text because of Rachel getting rear-ended.
I was sending Jacob a text. I needed to talk to him, yes. And then I realized, wait a second, I saw his social media. He's in Hawaii. So
so he's 3 hours behind us.
So 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to text Jacob, assuming he's up in L.A., then remembering it's 3 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii. So I may have woken Jacob up, but that's okay because everybody might need him.
Well, he does say he's always available.
Well, tell us more then.
Yeah, and if you get into any kind of an accident, Cappy, much like Rachel might have done, you got to call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. And a lot of people stay quiet after an accident. They think the pain will go away or that the insurance company will just do the right thing. Well, Jacob and Ronnie has a different message. Do it for you. Because guess what? The insurance company has lawyers, okay? They're trained to save money, not protect you. And that's why you need Jacob in your corner. So that's why you got to call 844-24-JACOB and tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you, because he's been doing this for decades, fighting for real people and getting real results. He'll help you get the proper treatment, deal with the paperwork, make sure you don't get taken advantage of. You got one shot to handle this the right way. So don't do it for them. Do it for you. Call Jacob today at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com. And Jacob is, as Cappy mentioned, a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. Follow Call Jacob on Instagram and Facebook and check out the latest billboard messages designed to lift your day, Cappy.
All right, well, coming up, we've all had now 24 hours to digest, and the Lakers can finally be run like a real business. We'll jump into that coming right back on Sedano and Kap.
All over the Bus family selling the Lakers.
How does Jeannie remain being the governor while not being majority owner?
She is in charge for the foreseeable future. I don't know how many years it is. I think it's more than one, more than two probably, maybe even three. I don't know how long that's written into the contract, but it's written in the contract.
The Bus family is passing the Showtime torch.
The home of the Lakers, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
What's on tap today at 710 ESPN? Thanks to Michelob Ultra, OKC is one win away from an NBA title. Coverage for Game 6 in Indiana begins at 5:30. Hear it on 710 AM or on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway. It's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR 001291. GAR 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sport CVT for just $279 a month plus tax for 36 months. One of this payment. VIN S3723202. MSRP $32,189. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. We continue reaction this afternoon on Jeannie Buss and the Lakers selling to the Dodgers. Plus, we get you ready for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Don't forget, we're on YouTube only at 5:30 p.m. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover with Sedano and Kap continues right now on 710 ESPN and on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Tell me more.
I love this song.
Yeah, what's
Enrique?
Okay.
Come on, man. What do you know about Enrique Iglesias? You know nothing about Enrique Iglesias.
He played for the Padres?
Yeah, that's Julio.
He's Julio's son, man. He's his own, and he's his own star in his own right, but his dad is a legend.
Yeah, you really don't know Enrique.
No, I know Enrique, but Julio. I'm trying to remember what was like his most famous song that I knew as a kid, and it's not coming to me. Was it to all the girls I've loved before?
That's the best one in English. That's the one in English that everyone
we
knows.
got it at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, his Spanish music is incredible, his catalog, but that's the crossover hit because he sang it in English, right?
Remember, he used to date the tennis player.
Enrique, he's still with her.
He's still with her?
Still with her.
Kornikova,
Anna
right?
Kornikova,
Yeah.
yes.
They got kids.
Oh, they
They got kids.
Good for those
Really?
kids, man.
Yeah.
Good for
Really?
them. Enrique and Pitbull did a show at Staples Center years ago.
Uh-huh.
Let me just tell you this, Cappy.
I would imagine that thing had to be lit.
Must have been some heat all over that place.
Cappy, you would have been destroyed, man. It was like 10-1 women there.
Oh, that's great.
Dale.
Hey, a quick shout out. Yesterday, DeAndre and I were at the Dodgers game. We met a great crew of people. I mentioned Uli, who I mispronounced, right, Beto?
Yeah, close enough.
I said Uli rather than Yuli. And his lady, her name was Brianna, and they were awesome. And Brianna's the one that gave the can to the dude. Here, taste this. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? You're giving a complete stranger your can of beer to try? Turns out it was her brother. So, Brianna, it was great to be with you and Yuli yesterday afternoon. All right, George, tonight, it's on. Game 6.
Esta noche.
See. I am going to continue to believe in the Pacers. At home.
Okay. I mean, listen, one-game scenario, Cappy. Anything can happen. I was here last year, as you recall, during the Eastern Conference Finals, and I know they got swept by the Celtics, but Halliburton did not play in that series after Game 1 because he got hurt. And T.J. McConnell played really well. As a matter of fact, when the Celtics won the series, Jaylen Brown was my walk-off, and I said, hey, man, how does it feel to get to the NBA Finals? Hey, man. And he said, I'll get to that in a second. I just want to tell everyone, T.J. McConnell is a badass. That guy balled out during this series and made it really hard for us. So, this team is capable, even without Halliburton, of keeping a game close and even winning a game.
All right. Well, I want to talk to you more about this game coming up, but I teased that the Lakers can actually now be run like a business. And I'm saying that not because I'm trying to, give you some outlandish statement. It's actually the line that Dave McMenamin used today in his report about the sale. And he said, look, the Lakers have always been a small family operation. No matter how big the brand is, there's plenty of examples. He kind of runs through some examples. He goes, an assistant coach was not approved to stay at the same hotel as a player he was traveling with to work out in the offseason because the hotel room was too expensive. Can you imagine? The Lakers won't let an assistant coach stay in the same hotel as a player because the room is too expensive.
Like a Ritz-Carlton or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
They talk about an assistant coach's or an assistant GM's contract not being renewed during the lockout because
Ronnie
they were
Lester.
Right. They talk about how the Lakers actually took one of those PPP loans during COVID, over $4 million, but that got out into the public, so they paid it back. I mean, you can imagine, does an NBA team really need that kind of money? Or at least that's the way people look at it. So, George, they say now that the Lakers can be run like a business, not like a mom-and-pop operation. We've all had 24 hours to digest it. Beto was on the air all night last night. Any fresh thoughts today as we've now had a chance to think this thing out?
Yeah, I mean, look, I actually, we'll reveal to people if they hadn't seen it. I went on the Cappy Cast today. We talked about this, and I felt like, I think like the status quo will be similar in the sense of like she's going to still oversee things, but I do think the fringes and the margins will be different. To your point, right? Some of the things you've already illustrated, because there will be different people at the top with a different set of finances. So that's kind of my position on it. I still think that it will be similar, at least initially, and it will be kind of more of a slow rollout, but you will see some fringe benefits, I think, for plenty of employees and perhaps slowly but surely a larger staff on stuff.
Beto, what was the reaction like last night? I mean, George and I were on the air, but we weren't banging away at calls so much. I mean, we took some, but I'm curious, when you and Andy were on last night and everybody's kind of driving home, come on, Andy, what was the reaction like?
The majority were really happy because of the influx of money that's going to come to them. Because Laker fans have seen the last couple of years, it goes back to the Ty Lue most recently, where they couldn't figure out a deal because of money, right? Alex Caruso went away because of money. Just the little details that when you look at an organization, you're like, well, they're rich. How can they not pay? But when Ballmer is one of the richest men in the world, he can afford to give you the luxuries that you need or the necessities that you need. The Lakers, to the stories that McMenamin put in there, there are going to be a lot more of that coming out. Like the little details of, really? This is what you have? You only have how many people on your coaching staff or on your training staff? Or the little details of how they're nickel and diming things, not because they're being cheap, it's just because that's the reality of who they are. Like the mystique and the nostalgia of, oh, they're a mom and pop doing it by themselves. That doesn't work in 2025. If you want to be a big-time contender, the calls yesterday were, hey, Jeannie, thanks for what you've done. Thanks for the family, for everything that you've done. But, hey, it's time. It's time. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's being sold to Mark Walter and the Dodgers. If it was any other owner, you'd have some trepidation like, oh, who is this? What's the real intention? But they've shown, the Guggenheims, how they put their money back into the product, and the fans are the ones that benefit.
Yeah, you talk about like being cheap about things, and I'm just kind of bottom lining it. But I'm trying to remember, George, you recall before they hired JJ, they were talking to Dan Hurley. No. And I as I recall, Hurley had, as the story went, he had flown out to LA to visit with them, right? And I don't remember why it was or how it was reported, but it was almost like, yeah, he flew out on his own time and hustled back. I'm like, wait, they don't have a private jet if they're going to recruit a coach to go get him and bring him back? And it was, no, it's just a commercial flight. And that, if you're a big time...
I think what I told you was, and this was already reported, that JJ also flew commercially too, but he was covering the conference finals or whatever it was, or the finals, whatever it was, and flew commercially, yes, for the interview.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was Hurley or not.
Yeah, but I guess my point is that whenever that happened, I'm thinking to myself, again, it's a perception thing, right? They're the Los Angeles Lakers. They're the 17-time champs. This was Phil and Shaq and Kobe. This was Magic and Kareem and Showtime and Pat Riley. This was all of these legends. But as Dave McMenamin points out, which I guess if you're not as close as we all are, we have understood, and I don't mean just us, I mean all the fans. This is the family business.
Yeah.
This is not like a little toy that they play with. Stan Kroenke has toys that are pro sports teams. This is how they derive their income.
Oh, no question about it. Absolutely. It is, when it's a family business, it's the family business, like legitimately the business.
Hey, George, this is... I'm pretty sure all of us have this, where people are texting us like, dude, what is this? Wow, like random text. Did you get a lot of that?
I got a few. Yeah, I got some, sure. No doubt.
But did you get some from people you didn't even expect Like I got some from people in the baseball world that have no clue what the Lakers. I mean, they know what the Lakers are, but they have no clue what the Lakers are really all about.
I didn't get any texts like that. I got texts from people like in
the league,
that like the NBA or in the league or whatever. Yeah, like I think that. I think people were surprised. Yeah, for sure. I think that was the reaction, even from people maybe close to the NBA that had no idea it was coming.
And I think most, at least reaction, like I was doing today, I was invited to be on one of the ESPN network radio shows. And hey.
Nice. Whose show? Whose show?
Big time.
Whose show?
Big time.
Let me just drop that real quick.
I think it was.
Wait. Whose show?
I think it was.
Whose show?
Well, I wish it was the show that I really wanted to go on because there were fill-in hosts today. So I was kind of hoping that it was the show of the host that really loves me the most. You know that guy?
Oh
yeah. But it wasn't that show.
Because I went on the CY show.
I know you went on the big CY. I think it's Freddie.
Oh, you went with Freddie Coleman.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But
Freddie and Harry.
Right.
Yeah.
But those
we love them.
But those guys were off today. So the two guys that were in for them today, they kind of had that same sort of question that everybody had yesterday, which is, how does this translate into what? What?
Go ahead. I have to go here for a second.
Go ahead.
You
go do your thing. I'll finish.
Stephen A. in pink, baby.
Their question was, how does this translate into spending more on players? And that's kind of like everybody's natural question because everybody has seen what they've done with the Dodgers. So there's a natural assumption that they're going to do that with the Lakers. And all the insiders that you talk to explained, no, that doesn't work like that.
No.
And the thing that I think most people are excited about is it's not the players. They're not cheap when it comes to players. No. They give out max contracts. They'll pay 41-year-old LeBron $60 million. They're not cheap when it comes to players. They have been at times. You mentioned Caruso. You mentioned being a little cheap when it comes to a coach. It's that stuff that will change if the Guggenheim Group and Mark Walter, if they behave or operate, rather, the way they operate the Dodgers, no expense will be spared in an effort to support the on-field product.
Yeah, but in the NBA, you're limited how you can spend the big money. There's a reason that Ballmer can't just buy a championship. All the billionaires can't just buy it because, you can go into the second apron. You can go into the third apron. You're going to get penalized. And realizing that these billionaires in the past would just pay the luxury tax. Okay, well, now we're going to take away draft picks from you. Now you can't sign a mid-level exemption player. Now you're limited on what you can do. Now you're going to lose. You can't trade future picks. That's what they've done with the second apron to curtail people from just saying, okay, you get 50, you get 50, you get 60. That doesn't happen. Can they get the best players? They're going to be able to get them by offering stuff that other teams can't. Hey, we have the brand new PJ. What's up? Hey, you need to go back with your family for your kid's graduation in elementary? Take the PJ. We got it for you. Those little amenities that they can offer that other teams don't. When Cuban bought the Mavs, remember the Mavs were a laughing stock. What did he do? He gave them a locker room that they liked, and he bought them a plane. I know it's the small things, and we're like, what the heck? So they fly they fly charter, no big deal. But when it's your own and you got the logo on the side and it's not United or American Airlines, that's a floss. That's a flex. How many horse owners do you have that just have their own stable plane?
I know
the horse.
I know one that does not have its own plane. That's us.
And how many Kentucky Derby horses are you getting?
Oh, well, not many.
Okay,
0.
How many Bob Baffert getting?
Yeah, he's getting a lot. Yeah. And when his guys fly in, they fly in private.
They eat caviar, baby, on the plane.
But I just think that, like, all the things you're talking about, all the things that they will not cheap out on going forward, whether that's a coach, not that JJ's going anywhere, but if, let's just say, they decided they wanted to go in a different direction with the general manager, I don't think anybody has to worry about, well, we don't want to have to owe him all this money and then pay the next guy. The money is not going to be as big of a concern as it has been. That's, I think, the biggest thing. George, I can hear that you're back. Since we're talking about...
I am back. Sorry, I had to go say hi to Boo Corrigan, who is, you may remember him, he was the leader of the CFP for the couple years. He's also brothers with Tim Corrigan, who's my NBA boss. So
okay. Well, I hope that Boo had a friendly hello for you.
Oh, my God. He was excited.
He
brought it in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do these camp tours in August. I'm going out to, some ACC schools, and I told them I had just emailed his PR person that said I'm heading out. She said, okay. And he's like, "You're coming over for dinner," and I'm like, "All right, let's do it."
Beautiful. Well, George, you're gonna have to fly cross country to go from LA to ACC country, and I'm guessing
I am.
You're gonna be pretty happy about your home away from home.
Happy? You're on fire.
En fuego.
See, I mean, the segue, en fuego with the segue, okay?
See.
LAX, Cappy, the People Mover train, I don't know if you know this, begins rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and the new consolidated rental car center for when your friends and family come to visit, metro trains and buses if you're local and don't want to drive, and if you do want to drive, the economy parking and kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less round trip, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. To learn more, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
It was a seismic shift in Lakerland felt all around the sports world.
Now, all of a sudden, we're one of the richest owners in all the NBA.
Mark Walter is now leading a brand new Lakers ownership group.
The guy that owned the Dodgers bought the Lakers and caught just about everybody by surprise is exceptionally exciting.
When the news broke, LA turned to 710 for the passion and pride of the purple and gold.
New era, same home.
The home of the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. We continue reaction this afternoon on Jeannie Buss and the Lakers selling to the Dodgers. Plus, we get you ready for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Don't forget, we're on YouTube only at 5:30 p.m. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover with Sedano and Kap continues right now on 710 ESPN and on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't heard this song in a long time.
Yeah. Work it.
Is there an OTD for this? However do you need it? However do you want it? However do you need it? Yeah.
You're just playing it just to play. Good jam, though.
Last night I was jamming all over DeAndre inside Dodger Stadium. We'll get to that coming up.
I got so many questions for DeAndre. Not for you, for DeAndre. How that life went. That was 1989. Was
Okay.
released. Oof.
I can't come up with who sang that song. Give me a hint. Don't tell me. Give me a hint. Back to life, back to reality.
You're not gonna get this.
No, I
Yeah.
will. Come on, give
No,
me a
you're
hint. Come on, Fudge.
I
give me a
know
hint.
it is.
It's a one-hit wonder.
George has it. Oh, it's a one-hit wonder?
I know it is.
All right.
You want me just to tell you?
The names are the same.
Freddie.
Soul to soul.
Soul to soul. Yeah, that. Yeah. I guess it's not Freddie. Who are they? Are they a group? Are they a real guy? Soul to soul. Yeah. All right. All right. George is in Indianapolis getting ready for tonight's Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Beto's in studio. We got DeAndre running this operation. Funchy Love is in the house, and Lindsay putting it all together in the back. George, you just sent us a text. Is that for air or not for air?
No, it's for air.
Then I should defer to you. You're there. You're watching.
Yeah, so Halliburton's going to play. He was strength tested at 5 o'clock, did well, no minutes limit, and they're going to monitor things closely. That's the update.
Have you seen him yet shoot or walk?
I have not. I don't see him on the floor currently. No, I don't see him at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I got to think, if you're Tyrese Halliburton and you've had this sort of a playoff run, that if it were me, and I'm sure it's him, hey, Doc, whatever it is you can do, tape it, shoot it, give me anti-inflammatories, medication,
all of it.
Make sure I don't feel it. I have to give everything I've got. And by the way, I will have to deal with the consequences, whatever they may be.
Yeah.
NBA Finals, you have to do that.
Right. Like
Game 6, elimination can't be.
If the doctor says to me, hey, listen, Tyrese, here's the thing. It's a strained calf, and we've seen plenty of other players around the NBA go from strained calf to ripped Achilles. So you're really putting next year in jeopardy. My answer is, so what?
Yeah, yes, and?
Yeah, we're in the finals. This isn't the first round of the playoffs. This is Game 6 of the finals in front of our home crowd, and I've been the most clutch guy on my team. And, oh, by the way, in the last game I scored like 4 points, and I got to get out here and I got to give it everything I got. So, to me, I can't say I'm necessarily surprised. George, are you?
No, I'm not. I told you yesterday I thought he was going to play. So I'm not surprised at all that he's going to give it a go. And understandably so. This could be the last game of their season. It's certainly their last home game of the season regardless. So, yeah, you got to give it a go if you're him.
This is where Pascal Siakam, this is Miles Turner, this is where everybody just really needs to step up, right? They've been doing it. They've been playing well, but even more so than this one. And Rick Carlisle is the perfect coach for this. Knowing that your star is going to be hurt, knowing how to get somebody the most out of them or how to maximize your rest of your players, this is still a tough game. There's a reason that it's only a 6-point spread. The last games have been 9, 10, sometimes 11. It's 6 at home for a reason. Vegas is leaning a little bit.
But, George, I think you may have said this earlier today on the Cappy Cast. It was great to have you on. That there's kind of like a plan A and a plan B, like a plan A with him, plan B without him. Do I recall that correct?
Correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So plan A with him, plan B is, you know what?
Plan B would be probably McConnell. I mean, I don't know because he didn't tell us, but plan B I was assuming was if he didn't play, it was going to be McConnell starting, and there'll be more Pascal Siakam handling the ball, which he's certainly capable of, and the same with Andrew Nembhard, who was a point guard in college, you know?
Yeah, this is where everybody has to be perfect. It's Mathurin, Nembhard. It's TJ
Toppin.
Toppin. TJ McDonald's been TJ McDonald. That's what he does. He's always getting you those weird numbers, right? Obviously, he's got 5 different categories with looking good. But if you don't have Halliburton, I know he's not going to be 100%, but if you don't have him being a
I like how you called him
Halliburton. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Halliburton. I was waiting for DeAndre to pick up on it. Come on, DeAndre.
Come on, DeAndre. Catch up, man.
But if he's not – George, do they really have a shot if Halliburton isn't like 50% of himself?
One game? Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't – and then, you know, at that point, then it's just another one-game scenario. So, yeah, I don't think it's like – I mean, look, I think OKC's going to win, but I don't think it's a given that it happens necessarily tonight. You know, I don't know. We'll see. You got to play the games. You know, as ridiculous and cliched as that sounds.
That's why you play the games.
I think OKC's figured something out on defense, personally. But, you know, Rick Carlisle's an amazing coach. He has one of the biggest upsets in NBA history on his resume as a head coach when Dallas beat LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. So, and look what he's done this season, you know. So, yeah, I don't think this is like a given.
Yeah, George, this is an elimination game, and we know that when it gets to this point, the NBA has – the protocols of what's going to happen after the game if there is a championship. What's your role?
Correct. So I have to run immediately from where I'm at in the second row of the scorer's table over across the court to where like Breen and Doris and Richard are, like to their kind of one side of their of where they are, and then they will bring a player to me because they're going to go to commercial, and then that way I can knock out the radio interview right there. And then that way, by the time that player is done with me, they'll be coming back from commercial on TV, and he can join his teammates on the stage.
Oh.
And then that person will talk to Lisa, and then Lisa will talk to all the people on the stage.
So I'm just watching a little bit of the pregame coverage on ESPN. I see Scott Van Pelt. I see Tim Legler.
Legs.
Yep.
L. Duncan.
Okay, L. Duncan. And where are you in relation to where they are? I'm trying to look for you in the background.
All right, so I am on to the right, over the right shoulder of L. Duncan, but you're not going to see me because there's a bunch of people at the scorer's table. Like, I'm behind them in a second row.
Okay, I'm going to look for you now, though, because oh, wait, there. Okay, wait, now.
There's a bunch of people
so
in front of him, guy.
I'm standing in the second row.
Oh, I got you. Raise your
we go.
hand.
That's not him.
No, absolutely not.
What do you mean? Don't you? Didn't you bring the sign I gave you that says Sedano and Kap 710? You can't put that up?
No,
absolutely not.
Can't put that up.
Can't do it, huh?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this. You know what you could do?
Listen, what can I do?
You could tell everybody about what their kids normally hate, but all of a sudden really love.
Oh, you've been going to the dentist?
Correct.
Oh, at Children's Dental Fun Zone?
Right.
Come on. Cappy, you know what? Even if you had a toothache, I think we could take you there because I feel like you'd love it. You'd walk in.
Would love to.
You know what we could do? We could take little Cappy there.
Oh, little Cappy would love it. Little Cappy. No,
Little Cappy doesn't have any teeth.
Hey, come on. Beto's shaking his head. Beto gets very upset when we talk about little Cappy. Oh, hey, you know what? Maybe if little Cappy doesn't have any teeth, maybe Children's Dental Fun Zone could give him some teeth.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, Cappy. But listen, parents, you've heard us talk about it. Our friends over at Children's Dental Fun Zone, choosing a dental clinic for your child is obviously a big decision. And Children's Dental Fun Zone, they make it easy. Fun is in the name for a reason. Over 23 years of experience specializing in children's dentistry and orthodontics with state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your kids deserve. Your child's in good hands. And here's the deal. They're going to walk in and they're going to be like, whoa, did I just walk into like a kid's cartoon movie or something? Like, this place is amazing. From preventative care to routine care, dental treatments, braces, aligners, orthodontic planning, you name it, they'll do it. Children's Dental Fun Zone has emergency hours, flexible scheduling options to ensure you get the care when you need it. And with free consultations and amazing welcoming atmosphere, they make the dental visits enjoyable. I'm telling you, your kids are going to be like, Mom, Dad, when are we going back to the dentist? Words you never thought you'd hear. Plus, online booking referral program offering special bonuses, 17 locations across Southern California. So they got you covered in L.A. County. They got you covered in Orange County. And they got you covered in the IE. And here's the deal. 3 more locations opening soon in San Bernardino and the IE. So Children's Dental Fun Zone offers movies, iPads, and toys for the kids in the waiting area. They have a screen for every kid, basically, while they're sitting there getting the work done. I'm telling you, they're going to love it. You're going to be blown away when you see this, and your kids are going to be absolutely thrilled to go to the dentist. Again, words you thought you'd never hear. But for parents, though, they accept Medi-Cal, PPO, and HMO insurance plans, handle your insurance paperwork for you, good to go. So to book your child's next appointment, visit the website, cdfzone.com. That's Children's Dental Fun Zone. cdfzone.com, or call them at 833-586-7898. That's 833-586-7898. And let them know Sedano and the crew at 710 send you Children's Dental Fun Zone. Sparkling smiles, happy kids.
We may get some news today.
If it breaks,
It'll be one of the biggest stories.
It'll be the biggest story of 2025.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, if it breaks.
The Bus family is passing the Showtime torch.
And, with Mark Walter as our owner and everything that's backing with what he did to the Dodgers, I'm all for turning the Lakers into an evil empire. I'm down for that.
The home of the Lakers, 710 ESPN, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer, the sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together: enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends. Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway, it's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GGR 001291. GAR 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is being brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. One thing you need to know is George is courtside in Indianapolis getting ready for Game 6 tonight of the NBA Finals, and he stays with us for one more segment. But first, here's Lindsay Baseball with what we need to know.
All right, so what you need to know is that Shohei Ohtani is going to pitch again on Sunday against the Nationals. So we all know that he had a solid but not wonderful outing in his first rehab start on Monday against the Padres. He threw 1 inning, allowed 1 run and 2 hits, and then he also batted leadoff as the DH and had 2 hits there. So yeah, he's going to pitch on Sunday. That's his next outing. Hopefully he can get up to maybe 2 innings this time.
Yeah, is there any reporting around hey, we've said the pitch count can go from, I'm making up a number, 30 to 50?
Nope, they said it's all about how he feels.
Yeah.
Because, he wants to just keep going out there. He wants to pitch.
He wants to pitch, and they're bringing him back really, really slow. He'll probably just go another inning.
Yeah.
That's good. Good progress for him.
Yeah, and I'll bet you he wants to get up to bat as much as he can. It's not been a very good series for Ohtani. But by the same token, you have not yet needed Ohtani, Mookie, or really Freddie. I mean, it's been everybody else that's just been beating up on the Padres. Last night was awesome, Beto. I know you plan on going tonight. It was so electric. There were so many. I mean, it was just jam-packed.
It's sold out tonight, and there's no giveaway.
Yeah, right. In fact, you know that DeAndre and I got to the game, and as we walked in, we're like, yo, where's the jerseys at? And in fact, people were hitting me up. They're going, did you get a Freddie? No. Did you get a Kike? I'm like, I didn't get anything.
Did you get a Muncie?
I didn't get anything. I didn't get one jersey.
All gone. All gone.
First 40,000, baby.
But it was shocking. We actually got there before the game started. So, George, we got you for one more, man. Give us a little, little scene set.
I figured I didn't want to jip you. You know what I mean? So
no, I want as much of you as I can get.
Yeah.
Give me more. Little scene set for us. I mean, as we're getting closer now, we're an hour and a half away. I can hear balls dribbling. I can hear
Halliburton is shooting
squeaking
right now. He's got a wrap on his right leg.
Okay.
A gray wrap underneath his socks and stuff. And he's shooting right now, just working with his usual trainer, team trainer. Yeah, he's shooting some threes. He's laughing. He's in good spirits. So that's what I'm watching right now.
Does he look like he's moving normally?
Well, he's just shooting right now. So, yeah, I mean, he's not actually doing anything. Well, there he goes, dribbling between the legs, pull-up jumper. He missed front iron, but, I mean, he looks fine, fluid, moving.
He's not going around.
Behind the back.
Yeah,
step back jumper is good. It's wet.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
I like the play-by-play.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Front of the iron.
Yeah, so he looks fine right now. But, it's different than when you...
Yeah, he's warming up.
When you're playing full speed against, the piranha-like defense over there on the other side,
Cappy, who's winning?
Indiana.
You're going with it.
I am. And by the way, I'm going with it because, as George is now telling us, 90 minutes before the game, my phone is starting to buzz with alarms that are saying Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said the team's star point guard will play without a set minutes limit. So, George is giving it to us because he's there on the floor right now. But, whatever alerts you have on your phone, they're all going to start hitting you up right now with this is the news as we speak. So I think Halliburton, with as clutch as he's been this postseason, with what he did in Game 1 in particular in this series, the criticism that he's received because of the lack of, production in every game, I'm just looking for one of those underdog, George, heart and soul kind of. Oh, yeah.
I was waiting.
Underdog,
405,
heart and soul. Right. That's what I'm looking for tonight. I'm looking for Tyrese Halliburton to have an unexpected, massive game tonight.
If he does, those announcers will go crazy. You're looking for the Jordan flu game.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yes,
here we go.
exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a guy who is. There are people, honestly, saying he should not play because he's putting.
Who's saying this?
Well, I'm just talking head types that are
God.
like he shouldn't play because he's jeopardizing not just his health now, but could be all of next season.
Okay.
And I'm like, so what? Like
finals,
right? This your career, your legacy, your opportunity, everything is right in front of you. Shoot me up, Doc. I'm playing.
Like Friday Night Lights right here.
Yeah, I mean it was like cut me, Mick.
Cut me, Mick.
Yeah.
Cut me, Mick. I can't see. Hit the one in the middle. Cappy, you're really into this Indiana gutty little Pacers.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because I love underdogs.
It's Cappy's deal. He loves that
I
stuff.
love underdogs.
No, but there's got to be another reason why.
Okay, all right. Can I be honest? Like, do I have to be really, really, really raw honest right now?
Please.
All right, George has been hyping Oklahoma City all season long, and I want to be right, and I want him to be wrong. I want to be right.
Right, but you've picked against them pretty much every series almost.
Oklahoma City?
No, the Pacers.
Yeah, did you pick Denver, I think? You wanted Denver to win.
I did want
You
Denver to
wanted-
win. Yeah, I did. I wanted
This
Denver.
goes back
You wanted
to-
Minnesota to win.
Right. I wanted to be the smart guy. Yeah.
think
So
I know-
you're just moving the goalposts
Right.
until you hopefully get one. You know?
This is when it started. I know it. When McMenamin and Sedano were arguing back and forth about OKC.
Yeah, right.
This is like, what, February, March, somewhere around that? And I think that's when you said, "Oh, I'm gonna go Team McMenamin."
Yeah,
that's what you did.
Well, I'm gonna go anti-George just because he's been hyping Oklahoma City all season long.
An excellent team.
Yeah,
with
right.
The MVP. Yeah, that's
and he kept coming back going, I've been around these guys for a lot. I'm telling you how good they are. And you're right. McMenamin did argue, George, that he was not really buying Oklahoma City as much as you were selling them.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
And Trudell was not as much of
Yeah.
a doubter, but
He
was
was a
a
little
tiny bit of a doubter.
Yeah.
He had an inkling of doubt.
This is the
that they would get
Cappy
here.
move right here.
Ball knowers.
You just want to have one thing over George in basketball.
I want to be right. Exactly right. I want to be able to say, hey, you said Oklahoma City was the best team. You said Oklahoma City was going to win the championship, and I told you Indiana was going to beat them. Who knows more about basketball? Me.
Right. Exactly.
Finally, we figured out. I was
Right.
like, why? Like, do you have a
Ulterior-
connection to Indiana?
None,
Do you
zero.
have- I know some of the coaches. Okay, maybe there, but even,
I just told you he's literally been picking against them
Yeah,
every series
for no
outside of
reason.
Memphis because he knew they were gonna squash
sitting there
them.
like, come on, Denver.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh my God. He was literally rooting for Denver like out loud. Like it was crazy.
How much does this has to do with the fact that you're not in the aura?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. That's a whole other thing.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
When George said to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, thank you for letting me share in your aura, I was like, oh, my God, my boy is getting roasted on social media. And George oftentimes will fire back at people. He ain't go firing back at anybody. He's like, screw all you
don't
people.
care.
Screw you guys.
Why? Please, I want to be in the aura. Please roast me.
I will say this. I fire back at people like in the COT these days. I don't really fire back at like the Gen Pop. And it's mostly just a bit at this point.
George ain't going to
but
the yard.
yeah, I don't care. Like look, man,
cares
I'm good.
about that?
Like if random guy at his house wants to be mad about it, go ahead, cry about it, bro.
Yeah, you hear that, bro?
You're watching me on TV.
Yeah, right.
Let's
You're
go.
listening to me call the NBA Finals on radio.
I used to do that move on radio when I used to take calls years ago. I remember I used to say, like, when some guy would get really pissy about something, I'd just be like, all right, man, how about you do – like, he didn't like the way I would do, like, something on the show, like the way I would handle it. And I'd be like, all right, how about this? You tell me what time your show is. I'll listen, and then I'll do it that way.
Yeah. That's why for Lakers postgame, I'm always like, love my fans. They're like, we want this guy instead.
That's always like
Love
a
my
funny
fans.
move, like, though. That's like a funny move, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's just like, all right, you tell me what time your show is. I'll listen, and you show me how it's done.
Well, my podcast with 4 people is
What I do is when people rip my ass, and it happens daily on Twitter, I usually heart it. I like it. I'm like, oh, you're killing me? Here, I like that. I like that. Last night, you guys missed this. I'll play it for you later on. But, I have one person in particular who I am the bane of this person's existence on planet Earth. I don't even know her name. What's her name? Debbie or something like that? What's her
Debbie.
name? Debbie?
I love Debbie.
Debbie?
She's great. She's a longshoreman.
Okay.
Do not mess with her, man.
Let me tell you
She'll
something.
kick your ass.
Kick my ass.
She works on the docks,
Dude,
bro.
she beats me up on social media every day. Last night, we're at this Dodger game, right?
Oh, jeez.
And
Well, she sent cookies and said none for you.
well, I don't want them because I don't trust her. I think they're laced. Okay, I think she's trying to kill me. This woman. We were at the Dodger game last night, and she's always angry because I talk all this crap about trying to get stuff for free. Right? Last night, I'm standing in the concession line at Dodger Stadium. I'm buying 2 dogs, 1 nacho, 4 waters. How much, Beto?
$100.
Hold on. 2 dogs. Okay. 1 nacho. Nacho helmet?
No, just a nacho plate.
Oh, okay.
With the
and
cheese
then
and the
4
jalapenos.
Waters,
Yep, 4 waters.
4 waters. I'll say $70.
Okay, and by the way, then at Dodger Stadium, they flippy-floppy that thing on you. They turn around the iPad, and they're like, how about a tip, Jack?
What?
A tip? For
Right.
water?
So,
for
so
waters.
that, right. Yeah. So then if you, I don't know if you did tip. So I'll say like closer to $80 if you tipped.
Right, because the tip was like $15, you know? And there I was
Right, so
standing
what
there.
was it?
It was like $80.
Damn.
And then
See?
and the
Because
kid
without the tip was 65, I think,
yeah,
around there.
and the
Wait,
kid
you tipped water?
what is that not good?
Was it like a percentage
I ain't
that you had a
doing that.
tip?
20%?
Yeah. The iPad tells you percent.
Yeah,
I ain't doing
20%. And I was talking to the camera
Cappy's-
while this whole thing was going down. I'm like, Debbie, take a look, girl. Take a look. Here's the Amex, baby. Here's the Amex. Oh, wait, a tip? How much? Oh, 20%. Push 20, Debbie. Oh, yeah.
So Cappy, we now have Shea on the left side of me here shooting and warming up, and you got Halliburton on the right side warming up.
And he's warming up with our guy there, George. Isaac. I just saw the TV right now. But Halliburton is
The Pacers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Isaac. He's good friends with Amin.
Yeah, real good.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
We got people in the mix, Cap.
I can see Shea in the background. Is he wearing like a white tank top? And he's got
Yeah.
a headband on?
Yeah.
Yep, I can see Shea in the background. And I don't see – oh, wait, no, here's Halliburton right here. Okay, all right.
They're showing Mike Epps being interviewed
Yeah.
on SportsCenter. When are you going to become the guy on
Tyrese
TV?
is walking off. Yeah.
Yeah, can you go say what's up to Mike Epps?
Yeah.
I don't know who Mike Epps is.
What do you
no,
mean
he's
you don't
talking
know
to
Mike
Duncan
Epps?
right
Come
now.
on.
No, for real.
Mike Epps?
Friday?
What would he be in Friday? What was he in Friday? I mean, I feel like I know Friday really well, but I don't know.
He sort of replaced Chris Tucker.
Oh, no, but that's not Friday.
Friday after next. you're
Yeah,
talking
come
about
on,
this.
Beto. That's different. That's a different deal.
Still a great movie. Still a
Yeah, but he's a
classic.
big Pacer guy. He's a
he's from
longtime comedian, huge Pacer guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know his work at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, but you've definitely seen him in a movie before. There's no question.
Well, I mean, Friday, one of my all-time favorites, R.I.P.
He was in
Bernie
your
Mac.
Malibu's Most Wanted. He
I
was
love
your guy.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
How about The Hangover?
Okay, The Hangover? Yeah, but what was he in The Hangover?
He's the one who sold him the drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really remember him.
He's
Okay.
Black Doug.
Black Doug, okay.
So you don't remember Day Day?
Remember who?
Day Day.
Day Day?
Friday after next.
No,
man.
I don't think I saw Friday After Next. Friday
Oh,
was
you gotta check it
Friday is
out,
where I
man.
think I
He's
ended
top
things.
flight security.
I think Friday's where I ended things, you know?
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
Come on, Craig.
Nah.
Oh,
Nah. So wait, he replaced Chris Tucker in the next Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't-
essentially.
Come on, man. Chris Tucker belongs in that role. You can't replace Chris Tucker. You got to knock
He's
the
the guy with the
out.
shotgun in Friday After Next.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see the next Friday. All right, well, hey, good for him. He's getting interviewed on TV.
Yeah, like he's a new guy.
Yeah. Hey, who's this new guy?
Hey, hope your career
He's
happens.
been a comedian for like 25 years.
Never
like,
seen him, and I love stand-up comedy. Never seen the brother.
Say this tomorrow to Browner.
Okay.
Please say this.
I will. I've never seen him. I like his glasses, though. I do like his glasses.
He's a big Indy fan.
All right. Hey, let me tell everybody really quickly, if you are planning summer road trips, I want to tell you that the way you should see this state and this country is in your brand new Subaru from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Whether you're taking that trip down the coast in a brand new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek with 2.9% financing for 48 months. I know it's hard to believe, right? 2.9% financing for 48 months on a brand new Subaru Crosstrek. Or maybe it's not a coastal trip in the state of California. Maybe you're heading towards the mountains somewhere, and you're gonna need that new 2025 Subaru Outback, the one I'm driving, for just 3.9% financing for 72 months. Hey, by the way, DeAndre, How'd you like my new Subaru Outback?
Oh, man, it's such a nice vehicle.
That's a nice
man.
car, right?
Oh, it's so nice.
Really nice. For complete details, visit oceansubaruoc.com, or better yet, come visit us at Ocean Subaru in Euclid Street in Fullerton and check out our huge selection of Subarus, because wherever the journey takes you, it starts here at Ocean Subaru. Visit oceansubaruoc.com.
It was a seismic shift in Lakerland felt all around the sports world.
Now, all of a sudden, we're one of the richest owners in all the NBA.
Mark Walter is now leading the brand new Lakers ownership group.
The guy that owned the Dodgers bought the Lakers and caught just about everybody by surprise is exceptionally exciting.
When the news broke, LA turned to 710 for the passion and pride of the purple and gold.
New era, same home.
The home of the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Mark your calendars, SoCal. The High Desert Beer and Wine Festival returns to the Palmdale Amphitheater on Saturday, June 21st from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sample craft brews from regional breweries, sip fine wines, and enjoy tasty food trucks while rocking out to live performances from Eve 6, DJ A1, and some of the best cover bands around. It's the tastiest party of the summer. Tickets available at highdesertbeerandwinefest.com. General admission and VIP options available.
That's highdesertbeerandwinefest.com.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. Join me for Walk United LA at the Rose Bowl Stadium on July 20th. Participants can walk or run to support fire recovery efforts and our most vulnerable LA communities. Learn more at walkunitedla.org. See you there.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. We continue reaction this afternoon on Jeannie Buss and the Lakers selling to the Dodgers. Plus, we get you ready for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Don't forget, we're on YouTube only at 5:30 p.m. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover with Sedano and Kap continues right now on 710 ESPN and on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Yeah.
Why are you playing this, DeAndre? Why are you playing this?
Because they going in on Kap in the YouTube chat, man.
The YouTube chat is going in on me today. They like the white tee.
I didn't want to bring it up, but Cappy is wearing a crisp white tee, which is beautiful, by the way. And they're saying, is Cappy wearing the Pro Club? And what did you tell DeAndre?
So what's the Pro Club? Is that a movie that Mike Epps is in?
Oh, my God. He probably wore it. A Pro Club is like, what, $10, $12. He saw it at the liquor store, the swap meet, It's a thick T-shirt.
3-pack for $20.
Yeah, 3 for $20, right? And that's when you get some thug in you. If you want
Swap
to
meet
club.
shirts.
Yeah.
Sweats too? The baggy sweatpants?
the baggy
yeah.
I don't know, man. I got on the white tee. I got on the G Fazos today.
Yeah, you're a little thug life.
The thug life.
Thug life till I die, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, in high school, I used to wear the white T-shirts with Stafford, the brand Stafford they used to sell at JCPenney.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you...
That's a step up right there.
That was a step up. It was JCPenney, bro. It wasn't a swap meet.
Was it
a
Hanes?
No, it was above that because you want to make sure the collar is thick, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
a good one right there.
Everybody's asking me in the YouTube chat, am I wearing Air Force Ones today? You know I'm wearing Air
Yeah.
Force Ones today. Come on.
But it's also a $100 T-shirt you're wearing.
It
huh?
is. Really? Really?
You're doing what like those real celebrities like yourself do,
Yeah.
or the real rich people.
Yeah, what do we do?
Where they wear a shirt that makes it look like they're the common man.
Okay.
But it's really like $400, like cashmere or something like that, right? Like, or like those graphic tees, and it's like, oh, that's a $300 T-shirt. Like, why?
I don't know, but
That's what you do.
I just got this T-shirt, and I was like, I don't have like a white crispy tee. Now I do, and I didn't
there you
realize
go.
that it was thug life.
Oh,
I feel so much
They're
cooler.
saying all you're missing is a chain, man. You need to get you iced out.
I do need to get some ice.
Oh no, you need some gold.
Yeah,
Gold chain.
Oh, really? Gold? I like
Yeah.
silver though. No, gold is
Nah,
more.
if you're going pro club, you got to go gold.
Okay.
Gold,
And,
yeah.
and Cappy, if you really want to come over, across.
Oh, a cross?
Yeah.
Nah, come on, man. Come on. Can't I wear a high? You know what I mean? Can I wear...
Or you can wear like the square one that says Cappy.
Okay.
Right there. Or like a braid, right? The chain that's a braid. Yeah. The rope.
Right on. Well, we've lost George now for the rest of today's broadcast, which is fine. He was at courtside in Indianapolis, and he's getting ready for tonight's Game 6. Beto, I just want to go back to kind of the story, though, of the day, which is essentially 24 hours old. I don't know about you, but I was totally shocked and caught off guard yesterday with the news of the Lakers being sold. And even though there were rumblings and rumors about, hey, this could happen or might happen, and I know it's been reported in this way, like once Guggenheim, Mark Walter, bought into 20% of the Lakers in 2021, that was an early indication that the Lakers had found their eventual acquirer, because a guy of his wealth doesn't just come in as minority partner and sit on the sideline. He comes in, dips his toe in the water, creates some relationships, and then eventually takes things over. And really, I'm going to say liquefies. I'm not sure that's exactly the right way to put it.
That's exactly what it is.
But that's what you do is I'm going to give you 20% now at a valuation of $5 billion. I'm making up numbers here. And then eventually, as the team grows and the brand grows and the value goes up, eventually I'm going to come in, I'm going to take the rest of it at a much higher valuation, and you're going to make a ton of money, and I'm eventually going to get the asset that I want.
So in 2021, they bought the portion that AEG had, that Phil Anschutz had, 21%, and with that comes the first right of refusal. Did they really get anything out of it? No. They're an investor, and they have no power. But it's a silent investor. You have something. You're going to reap some rewards from it. But you're, like you said, you're making those kind of connections. Was I surprised that they sold? No. Was I surprised that it happened in 2025? Yes. Eventually, you knew that the money was going to be too big for the Laker family to say, no. How long can you hold out? Maybe that's when they said, once we get $10 billion, that's when we'll sell. If it's 9, no. But the valuation that they're at right now. But the big thing is, though, if you go back and look at Jeannie, what she did, she got her siblings paid. There's 6 of them in the trust, right? So they had to go 4-2 to say, yes, we're willing to sell. But according to the story I read from 10 years ago, the LA Times, of how the trust was set up by Dr. Buss, that all 6 kids were going to vote if they were going to sell, and it had to be 4-2. Okay, so they got that. Now, if you're Jeannie, your entire identity, your entire life has been the Lakers. It's the Laker brand is the Buss family brand. What do? The Buss kids, they go to USC, and then they go work for the Lakers. And if they don't work for the Lakers, they're involved somehow, some way, through the nonprofits, through the charities, whatever it is that they're doing. The grandkids involved too. Hey, 5 siblings. I'm about to make every single one of you a liquid billionaire. I'm going to stay with the 15% where I still maintain a role with the Lakers. Because without the Lakers, what's Jeannie's real identity? She doesn't have one, right? Everything is about, her book was called Laker Girl, right? It's the show Running Point is based on her life with the Lakers. Am I surprised that they sold? No. I'm surprised that it happened now. I thought it happened maybe in a couple years after the LeBron era is done. Maybe in a couple years when Jeannie realizes, hey, I'm older now. Do I really want to have the stress of the day-to-day of running this organization? But when there's $10 billion in front of you and you take care of the family, so the kids, the grandkids, everybody became they were billionaires on paper, but now they're billionaires in the actual bank account.
Yeah, I know. And I'll tell you, I look at some of the other investors, like names that you may have heard that have like minority stakes.
A couple percentage.
You know, the owner of the LA Times, Dr. Patrick, and I hope I'm saying his name right, Sun Shung. I don't know if I'm saying if it's right. He's had a small piece for a while.
He's had it forever. He's been a Laker fan forever. He did some business with Kobe, and he sits right next to Diane Canyon.
Oh, yeah, right there. And then, have you ever heard the name Ed Roski? Have you ever heard that name?
Billionaire investor here in L.A.
Ed Roski's name, at least from a sports perspective, I remember it probably in like 2013, 14, 15, and maybe it's even a little bit earlier, when he was talking about the possibility of building a football stadium in the city of industry.
Yep.
You know? So, I mean, you hear some of these names, but they're in these minority shareholder positions.
Yeah, he was part of the Kings back in the day.
But when you had the Mark Walter and the Guggenheim Group getting a chunk, not little piece. You know, let me put a couple bucks in so I have nice courtside seats. A chunk at 20%. He's the guy that's got the money, and now has the reputation, the community belief. You know, when you start building, a championship roster, and the Dodgers have won 2 times, at least in the last few years, I think that people are just very excited about now the Lakers, and this is the way it was reported by Dave McMenamin, now the Lakers can run like a business, not like a mom and pop shop.
Some of the things that Jeannie's been catching flack for over the years when she took over, and in the beginning was she had all the goodwill from Laker fans. Takes over her dad who passes away. They have Kobe. But then again, when Kobe was given that huge golden handshake contract,
right?
Remember, Kobe's last year, he was putting up some numbers, but the team sucked, right? Take away the last game, there were some ugly games, but this was, we're going to give Kobe that big contract at the end for everything he's ever done for us. This is the farewell for Kobe. We know we're not going to be good, but it's a chance for you to see the Kobe. After that, it's some bad teams. LeBron chose to come here. As much as you want to say Jeannie brought him here or whatever, LeBron decided where he's going to go. And the Lakers are the best fit for him at the time, professionally and personally, whatever it is he wants to do. But there was some lean years where people were starting to go, hey, Jeannie, what are you going to do here? Hey, Jeannie, what's going on? Because the rift that she had with her brother, she fired her brother, got rid of Mitch Kupchak, got rid of different people, and she came over and said, I'm in charge now. Because for the longest time, it was, I'm in charge of operations, my brother's in charge of basketball. I run the business, my brother does basketball. So that was her blanket. So if the team sucked, hey, my brother and Mitch are in charge. Once the brother and Mitch were gone, all right, Jeannie, you're the boss. Right. Here we go. And she was catching a lot of flack. People were saying, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. So Jeannie is super nice. We like her for everything that she's done. But the last few years, it's been, come on, really? What are we doing here? Hey, who's running the team, Jeannie? Is it you or is it LeBron and Clutch? What's going on here? And with...
By the way, the answer was LeBron and Clutch.
Yeah, but with Guggenheim coming over here, when the last time Dodgers did anything feel good for a player? No, they cut you because it's business. They look at you as a commodity. They're moving pieces around. It's like a stock or a trade, whatever you want to do. That's how they view you. You're not a player. You're a piece on their board of moving around. And baseball is different for basketball, but they're not... You think Guggenheim with the Lakers are going to be like, man, well, this guy had sold a lot of jerseys for us, a lot of goodwill. Let's give him one big contract. No, it's how can we win now? And that's going to be the difference. That's where McMenamin's going at it with the business side of what's going to happen. There's no more of, oh, he's family. No, family ain't going to cut it anymore.
No, it's business now. I mean, and the Dodgers are a perfect example of, I mean, we could go down a list of players that the Dodgers had and probably easily could have, if they wanted to, sign. Plenty of money, no problem. Just chose to say, no, we don't need you. We can get rid of you. It doesn't matter who you are, what your name is, and we can just fill in the gap, and we can spend as much as we want. And I think people are super excited about it. I'll tell you this, the one person I'm happiest for, of all the people that are going to get their money out of this deal, the one person that I'm happiest for in the entire equation
person you're happiest for. I don't know.
Hold that thought. Hey, by the way, Radio Tinder's coming up. I will tell you the one person who's gaining the most in this entire deal. But before I get there, I want you to come experience the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino, LA's premier destination for table game action. The bike, as we were there just a couple of weeks ago, me, DeAndre, Beto, we had a great time. Funchy, Lova in the house. The bike is just 9 miles from downtown LA. Now that there's new ownership, right? You talk about running a business. Now that there's new ownership, fresh upgrades, renovated spaces, the hotel is incredible, the food is great, next level vibes. And you can play blackjack, baccarat, you can play Texas Hold'em, tables everywhere, amazing energy. And I want to tell you guys right now, the jackpots. Park West is home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, a record-setting $3.7 million. And if you're a new player, come on in, walk up to the player's reward desk, use this phrase, Cappy sent me. That's the phrase. Cappy sent me. They're going to hit you with $30 right there in match play, and you're going to go hit the tables. Park West Bicycle Casino. Real cards, real prizes, real close.
New era, same home.
This could launch the Lakers into the stratosphere.
The Lake Show have a new ownership group led by Mark Walter.
And 710 ESPN had plenty to say.
I mean, is it fair to say maybe some of the biggest news in decades here in LA?
It was breaking news that shook the sports world.
The Buss family is entering an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Lakers to Mark Walter.
But one thing remains the same.
The heart of every Lakers fan beats through 710 ESPN.
Oh my God, guys. What a day in Lakerland.
From shock to excitement.
From questions to confidence.
This now puts the Lakers in every conversation. Yep. Now there isn't a player they can't afford.
The reaction started right here on 710 ESPN.
This is awesome.
New era for the purple and gold. Same home for the Los Angeles Lakers.
710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. We continue reaction this afternoon on Jeannie Buss and the Lakers selling to the Dodgers. Plus, we get you ready for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Don't forget, we're on YouTube only at 5:30 p.m. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover with Sedano and Kap continues right now on 710 ESPN and on the all-new ESPN LA app.
And so they still got their stuff.
Oh, why are you playing this? Conspiracy Cappy? Tinfoil Cappy? Sam Tripoli Cappy?
Well, it is time for Radio Tinder. I did say before the break, I'll pay it off. Here goes. You want to know who I'm most happy for of everybody regarding this whole Lakers sale?
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out.
Ipe?
Not Ipe. What has Ipe got to do with anything?
I don't know.
That brother's in jail.
I don't know.
I'm happiest for my boy Jay Moore.
Why?
Jay Moore's married to Jeannie. Now it's not even just the Lakers. Now it's the $1 billion in the bank and the Lakers.
You think he's getting money?
I don't think he's getting money. But think about this. Now it's like, hey, you don't have to be there every night. Let's go live. Let's go travel. Let's go do our thing, girl.
That's her money.
Yeah, but he's married to her.
That prenup he signed. If I'm Jeannie Buss, I'm not doing anything without a prenup.
Oh, I don't disagree
I'm
at all.
Become a billionaire?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You better talk to Jay. He might need a show to do with you.
Hey, Jay, you want to come on this summer when Sedano's out?
He's free.
When Sedano's out this summer, Jay, you want to co-host?
Now, if Jay keeps the suite that Jeannie has, different story. Now that's where you got to go.
Yeah,
they got to keep a suite, right?
Well, you buy it for 5 years, so yeah.
She's the governor, though. They're going to give her a free suite, right?
No, you know the one I'm talking about down low?
Oh, yeah.
That
one.
different one.
Okay.
When owners sell their teams, though, because they still love their team, even though they're cashing out, they always make sure that they're taken care of forever. I was telling Beto before we came back on the break, I went to this Padres-Dodgers game a couple of weeks ago, week and a half ago down in San Diego. The former owner's daughter gave me her tickets. And I'm like, damn, girl, you still got these seats? She's like, oh, yeah. It's like me, my family. Yeah, we still have our...
You said, damn, girl.
Damn, girl. Yeah.
Sorry, Lynn. Sorry.
All right, Lindsay Baseball, what do you say? How about a little Radio Tinder?
Okay. So a new study into the prevalence and use of profanity shows that the U.S. leads the rest of the English-speaking world by far when it comes to using vulgar language. The data found that between 12 and 13% of all Americans use profanity compared to just 9% of Australians and 10% of British people. Do you guys use a lot of profanity? Swipe left or swipe right, Cappy?
About 60%.
Really?
Yeah, I curse a lot.
Your whole spoken word throughout a day.
I mean,
more than half?
Okay, maybe that's a bit of an
That's
exaggeration,
high.
but I curse a lot, and I curse everywhere. I just don't care. You know, I just have this attitude like this is the way real people talk. So, like, I'll give you an example. This morning I was on a business call, and I don't really know this guy that well, but we started dropping F-bombs and S-bombs and everything else like right away. And I'm telling you, I don't know this guy that well at all. But
you feel comfortable enough to do it.
Yeah, I just feel like that's the way real people talk. You know, now what happens is a lot of times Rachel and I will be someplace and then we'll run into a guy. And then once he and I start talking 30 seconds in, I'm starting to drop F-bombs. And she's like, why do you do that? I'm like, what? And she's like, you get around guys and you start cursing. I'm like,
That's a locker room right
It's just
there.
the way we talk. So I use a lot of profanity. How about you, Ben?
Not much. The only place I really use it is around here. I'm very cognizant of not cussing, and especially when the kids are around, stuff like that, just because it makes you sound lazy. For
Yeah,
me.
you think so?
No. When you're just using it in a regular conversation, just my opinion. But when I come in here, I'm always F-bomb to Funchy, F-bomb to DeAndre, and something about this, though, where you feel comfortable with certain people in that sports environment, that locker room kind of environment. But I try never to curse around women. But every now and then I'll let one slip, but I try not to.
Okay, that's very nice. DeAndre, are you a cursor?
No, not really. Nah, I'll say I'm less than 50% for sure.
Less than 50.
Yeah.
Funchy Leva?
90%.
90%?
Oh, that guy is a sailor.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
He is a sailor.
I'm a
My
sailor.
goodness.
Goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever walked into the back by his desk and all of a sudden you just hear him yelling at a computer?
Oh, yeah.
Like, right? DeAndre, there's been times where we've been back there trying to record something and all right, stop, because Funchy just cussed in the background.
Look at this here. What's going on here?
I even cursed to, like, my in-laws, which my wife hates.
Hey, man.
Wait, you cursed to in-laws?
Like, I'm like, telling a story, F-bomb.
This effing guy this, this
that,
mother effer that.
They enjoy it. They laugh.
They love it.
like he's a gangster in Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You gotta take care of that thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bleep,
of course.
bleep, 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 bleep.
Of course.
Wow, Funch, to the in-laws.
Yeah, to the in-laws.
That's pretty impressive, man.
Do they also curse among conversations with you?
Not really.
Oh, I was gonna say, 'cause if they do, then it's kind of
they
okay.
they do curse, but not like as much as me.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah.
Fudge. I gotta ask. Do your in-laws speak English?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know your wife is from
Yeah,
Mexico,
definitely.
so-
They speak English. Yeah.
When you're cursing it up
yeah,
like
my
that.
my stepdad-in-law is a white guy.
Oh,
Italian
okay.
white.
Well,
yeah.
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 Oh, you're so
Really?
diverse.
Italian white guy?
An Italian
he
white guy.
curses
I
all
bet
the
he's
time.
cursing
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
This
Yeah.
freaking guy.
That's what I'm
This
saying.
freaking guy.
I'm walking here.
You wear that Pro Club white tee when you're cursing it up like that?
No, you got to dress like a gangster. Suit.
Aye. All right, Lindsay, baseball. What else we got?
Bunch, you got one?
I do. I got to send you guys something real quick. It's a guy. So this guy graduated from UCLA maybe a couple weeks ago, and his video is going viral. He opens up his laptop during his graduation, and he shows how he cheated on his finals with ChatGPT. Basically, all of his finals, all of his term papers with ChatGPT. He cheated. He admitted it. He's still walking. What do you guys think? You think he should still be graduating? You think that UCLA should still let him just do his thing?
I mean, if they didn't catch him doing
Yeah,
anything wrong,
he got away with
that's
it.
the world we live in now, you know?
And like the guy shouldn't the guy like wait until like another week to reveal that I cheated to my finals?
I don't think using ChatGPT is cheating.
Yes, it is.
It is. Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Let me make an argument, okay? Here's my argument.
You could say right now.
I
Okay.
know.
You could say right now.
Yes.
Like, I remember I helped my sister write a paper recently for one of her English classes, and it was like basically about how like the dog's behavior is like 90% related to how they're brought up, right? You could literally say to ChatGPT, write me a 5-page essay about blah, 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 and it'll write it for you.
Okay, but let me just say this. You ready? I think the future of the world is using AI to pretty much do everything for us, pretty much take all the thinking out of it. You have to be really good at using AI and using ChatGPT. So this young man used it, graduated from UCLA. They should reward his resourcefulness. I'm all for this young fella.
But also, he had to figure out how to get around the programs that detect.
That's what I was going to say
ChatGPT.
too. Yeah, there's programs that detect
Yeah.
AI.
If this guy would have just done his work, it would probably been easier than trying to figure out how to get around the
I was
programs.
still trying to like read clip notes of trying to like get
Damn,
by.
old man
I
over here,
clip
folks.
notes. Yes.
DeAndre don't know about clip notes.
You can literally tell ChatGPT to like make sure you write this essay so it passes through the detection software and it'll know what you're talking about.
That's a good job of using AI, and you know what? Brag about it,
yeah,
young fella.
I think like good for him. If they didn't catch him and they didn't figure it out, then that's on them.
I mean, professors know now that,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to.
Also, what kind of degree did he get?
I don't know.
Because if he got a sociology degree, oh, well, whatever.
Let him go.
Communications? What about communication?
Yeah, communication from UCLA. Woo! Yeah. No, if he got biology and he did it, then damn.
What if it was like a law degree? How about that?
He got his bachelor's.
It was an undergrad degree.
Even
Come
a
on.
law degree, that's just a bunch of writing. Ain't nothing.
All right, well, hey, that is Radio Tinder. Radio Tinder is brought to you by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Homeboy. Dr. Clapper. What? You have to add the homeboy at the end.
No, it's one thing to add the homeboy. It's just the way you brought the hammer down.
Yeah.
Homeboy. Bam!
Right. Right.
That Club Pro is really doing works on you.
Oh, hell yeah. Dr. Clapper will join us. What does he think about Tyrese Halliburton's opportunity tonight to play and be like Tyrese Halliburton? We'll talk to Dr. Clapper next.
How are you?
Can Oklahoma City close it out tonight? Game 6 of the NBA Finals in Indiana as the Pacers fight to stay alive, and OKC looks to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Coverage starts at 5:30 p.m. tonight. Game 6 of the NBA Finals on 710 ESPN and on the all-new ESPN LA app. The NBA Finals on 710 ESPN thanks to Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. And Chumba Casino. And Pro Baller, the official energy drink of the Los Angeles Lakers. Meanwhile, Sedano and Kap will continue until 6 p.m. on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles and the Listen Live tile on the all-new ESPN LA app. The NBA Finals on 710 ESPN. Pacific Palms Resort, LA's Hilltop Hideaway and #1 work and play resort, provides opportunities for all travelers and locals. Enjoy restful accommodation, dine in the Red Restaurant with an expansive outside patio, or pamper yourself and relax at the spa. Hit the links at one of their 2 championship courses, the Babe and the Ike. Pacific Palms Resort is the perfect choice for a Los Angeles venue for your business meetings, weddings, and big events. Enjoy a beautiful staycation or family holiday at their Hilltop property. Book your stay at LA's #1 work and play resort today at PacificPalmsResort.com.
Hey, baseball fans, ready to swing for the fences? It's ESPN LA's Legends Launch, presented by our friends at Legends Attic. Part of All-Star Friday night, step up to the plate and take your shot at launching as many baseballs as you can into the home run zone. Spots are limited, so grab your bat and go to ESPNLA.com right now to sign up. Bring the heat and showcase your legendary swing at our All-Star Friday night event on July 11th at West Covina Sportsplex. Reserve your spot now thanks to Legends Attic, the ultimate sports fans' dream destination.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. We continue reaction this afternoon on Jeannie Buss and the Lakers selling to the Dodgers. Plus, we get you ready for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Don't forget, we're on YouTube only at 5:30 p.m. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover with Sedano and Kap continues right now on 710 ESPN and on the all-new ESPN LA app.
All right, little Motown action. Can't help myself.
1965, 4 Tops, #1 hit.
Nice.
Come on, Funch, you move it. Yeah.
Oh, Funch got that move. Oh, yeah.
Like we,
Look at
Georgia
him go.
Weezy.
Yeah. Looking good, Funch.
Thank you.
All right, is Dr. Clapper ready to join us?
Yes, I am.
Dr. Clapper, how are you?
I'm doing good. I love hearing you talk about artificial intelligence. I'm using it now in surgery, and it is so much fun.
How so?
When people come to me where they wore out all the cartilage in their knee, their knee looks like a pretzel, right? It's bow-legged or badly knock-kneed. The deformity is just awful. Being the son of a carpenter, I'm used to doing mitered cuts to straighten their leg out. But what I do now is I send them for a CAT scan, which builds a 3-dimensional replica of their knee in the computer. And in the computer, AI straightens the leg out with the right kind of precision cuts and builds 3D tools unique to that patient. So literally, I take you to surgery, open up your knee, and just put the glove on the hand, the jig on the end of the bone, and it straightens the leg out perfectly.
Wow. Hey, Doc, curious to, before we jump into tonight's NBA Finals and this story about Halliburton, curious, what do you think about the news yesterday about the Lakers being sold, for all intent and purposes, to the Dodgers?
Well, I mean, everybody's talking about Mark Walter. How did he accumulate all this money? Does it come from Abu Dhabi? Where is exactly it coming from? But I'm very happy because he has a warm place in his heart for Los Angeles. And in the end, that's really what we want, that someone's going to really feel the love of L.A. Because the Lakers, listen, people don't go to church on Sundays anymore. What unites our community is sports. That's why what you do, Cappy and Sedano, is so important, is because this unites the community. Well, we are now going to be further united because we have someone who cares about L.A.
Dr. Clapper, Halliburton, how serious can he actually hurt himself tonight?
Well, you only have to go back to 2019, Beto. Remember, with KD, who had a calf strain, and now he's got an Achilles tendon. So let me explain to the fans what is the difference between a calf strain and an Achilles tendon. You ready?
Go.
Water skiing, right? You got water skiing. You're holding that horizontal bar. The bar has two ends, right, and two little ropes attached to the main rope, the one rope that attaches to the boat. Well, now feel the back of your calf. Feel the width of that calf. That's the horizontal bar that the water skier is holding on to. The rope attaches to the boat. Well, instead of the boat, the rope, the Achilles tendon, attaches to your calcaneus, your heel bone, right? What he essentially has done is torn one of the little ropes of the bar. The other one is still okay. So can you imagine water skiing where you can hold on to the bar, but only one side is still attached to the main rope?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's dealing with right now. An Achilles tendon rupture is when you actually tear the one rope that goes to the boat, that goes to your heel. So it puts extra strain on the whole construct, but I think he's going to be fine. He's going to make it, and, man, do I hope they beat OKC.
Yep, me too. So do I, just for the drama of it all. So, Doc, let me ask you this. If you're Halliburton and you've been struggling like he has, and I don't mean just purely his game, I'm just talking like putting weight on it and walking. What if I say to the team, Doc, I'm like, I don't care what it is, just do whatever it takes so that I don't feel it and I can play through it. What can they do?
You know, it's a good question, Cappy. This is not a place where injections – to numb it up, make a difference. And unfortunately, we really can't heal it, make it heal faster. We're not capable of doing that yet. The sequence of events of tearing something, and here's a clap revision. You cut your skin. It bleeds. The bleeding then becomes a clot. The clot goes from being liquid to like chocolate pudding. And then what happens? Cells that make collagen see the chocolate pudding, the clot, they lay down collagen, which is the scar. It's a whole cascade, a whole sequence of events, and we cannot speed that up no matter what anybody says. But what we can do is make it more comfortable. See if we can recruit the rest of his calf muscle that isn't torn to help out. And that is where compression stockings makes a difference. These are the things that you can do. It's very limited what you can do, but you can do a little bit. But you know what? We watched Kobe Bryant, all of us. The guy has a head for compartmentalizing what the injury is, and it's like it's to someone else. The fact that he could shoot 2 free throws and make them both on a completely tore Achilles tendon tells you everything, because Halliburton has a little bit of Mamba in him.
All right, Dr. Clapper, you're talking about the Achilles. The other day, I went to tie my shoes, and just for some reason I touched the ankle. Then the back, the tendon, the Achilles tendon, it was super tender, super sore just from the touch. And I haven't done anything. I haven't run any miles in a few months. So what the heck is going on? It's only the right one, not the left.
So the first question I want to ask, Beto, how old are you?
46.
So there is a wonderful bell-shaped curve spike of when we see Achilles tendons rupture and tear. You are very lucky, Beto, because your Achilles tendon, is a clap revision, is whispering to you. It's saying, hey, Beto, you're microscopically tearing me. It hurts. As opposed to it shouting at you, which is, oh, my God, what just happened? Something snapped. So you are aging. At your age, the bungee cord is dried out, if you will. It's not as elastic. So this is a wake-up call, Beto, that you may think you're doing enough stretches before you go and play golf, before you do the things that we love hearing that you're doing, running around, taking advantage of Los Angeles. But the reality is I'm not the judge and jury, and neither are you. Your Achilles tendon is, and it doesn't think you're stretching enough.
So what do I do? Do I get a book? Do I get a ruler? Do I get a ball?
No. You got so near the studio in the stairwell, right? There's a step. There's a stair, right?
Yeah.
Put the balls of your feet on the step. Hold on to the railing, and I want you to drop your heel below the step. What you're doing is eccentrically loading your calf muscle, and you got to pump that downwards and then upwards. Do it for a few minutes, and do it 3-4 times during the day.
He's hurting,
and you
Doc.
will be fine.
He's stretching it right now, and he's hurting. He is old and he is washed. Make no mistake. This guy will. Hey, you're gonna have to do some AI to fix his Achilles before
Cappy,
long.
you know what it's called? He's got altococcaritis.
Yes, he does. Oh, you know he's got that altococcaritis. That's exactly right. Hey, Doc, we love you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the surf, and we'll talk to you next week.
Can't wait. Thank you so much.
All right, Dr. Clapper stopping by.
Washed.
How are you? Old.
I haven't done anything.
That's the reason. That's why. Washed. Hey, it is a Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Be caller 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN, to win 2 VIP tickets to the High Desert Beer and Wine Festival. It's happening this Saturday, June 21st, at the Palmdale Amphitheater. Craft brews, fine wines, food trucks, live performances, and so much more. You can listen for your chance to win, or you can get tickets right now at the High Desert Beer and Winefest.com, highdesertbeerandwinefest.com. Caller 7 right now. You are going to win the tickets, and you're going out to the High Desert Beer and Wine Fest. All right, coming up, top of the hour, 5 o'clock, we go commercial-free 30.
Can you tell me about your Dodger experience finally?
I want DeAndre to tell you about what happened yesterday. I think it comes better from the passenger.
Because we need full 30 minutes for this, huh? Because DeAndre has been quiet about it and at the same time looks scared.
How about scared, but
scared, say scared, man.
Yeah, man, it's a good story.
Yeah, like you survived.
Well, we did. Somehow we survived without you yesterday, Beto. Hey, listen, I want everybody else to survive when they're thinking about, hey, I'm ready to sell my home, but guess what? I don't want to deal with the headache and the hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you can skip the agents, forget about paying commissions, and you don't have to spend money making costly repairs that you don't want to put that money out. You know what? By the time you would pay for the repairs and the agent fees, you could have sold your home for a very fair, very competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through, and you may actually be eligible for $20,000 in moving costs. We've talked to a lot of Seller's Advantage customers, and here's Chris Chavez, and here's the quote that he gave me. Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've ever worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. I can't say enough about the experience, much better than going through a realtor. Well, you know that. You've gone through a realtor. I've gone through a realtor. She was like, hey, we need to put like $30,000 into your house. I'm like, wait, why? Why would I put money in? Oh, don't worry, you're going to get that money out. It costs time. It costs money. You don't want to do that. Get your free, no obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com. 30 minutes, commercial-free, next.
All over the Bus family selling the Lakers.
How does Jeannie remain being the governor while not being majority owner?
She is in charge for the foreseeable future. I don't know how many years it is. I think it's more than 1, more than 2 probably, maybe even 3. I don't know how long that's written into the contract, but it's written in the contract.
The Bus family is passing the Showtime torch.
The home of the Lakers, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? Just 9 miles from downtown LA and near the 710 freeway. It's completely reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and upgraded amenities. We're also home to California's largest card room jackpot ever, $3.7 million. New players score $30 in match play when they say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Come see what everyone's talking about.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GGR 00121. GAR 00192. PSIS license number 1358.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome?
You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay, and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland. Turn it up, man. Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing. Thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit RFR710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Bing, ba-da-bum, da-bum. Bing, da-da-boom, ba-ding-ding-ding-ding, da-da-bum. Yeah. Yeah, we pull into the 5 o'clock hour here on Sedano and Cap. 30 minutes commercial free. Adrian Gonzalez, the former great Dodger, will join us in a matter of moments.
Oh, really?
As Adrian's pulling into Dodger Stadium tonight.
Oh, nice. He was doing TV last night looking smooth.
He looked great. I'm telling you, I love Adrian and Nomar in the postgame show. Really love those guys, and it was pretty surprising, Beto. I actually stayed till the end of the game last night.
Well, I'm not surprised. You're a man of the people, Cappy.
I was ready to leave at the top of the ninth because I didn't think the Padres had any chance of coming back. It was 3-1.
Who texted you when the Pods did the job?
You did.
Xander! My dude right there.
Come on. Everybody thought he was going to hit into a double play.
No chance.
Yep. All right. Adrian Gonzalez from the Spectrum post-game show, at least last night. I was watching him on the Spectrum post-game show. Pulling into Dodger Stadium today. Adrian, glad you're here, man. How's it going?
It's going great, Hey, Cappy. Thank you. Beto, how are you doing?
What's up, Adrian? Good to hear from you, man.
You too. You too.
Hey, you were looking good last night, and I was telling Beto, I only know because I stayed till the actual end of the game. I didn't think there was any chance the Padres were really going to mount a comeback in the top of the ninth. Were you surprised as well?
They always have a lot of fight in them. So, their comebacks late in the games don't surprise me. They have a great offense, and, they've come up short, 5 out of the 6 games against the Dodgers. But, they have a good team, and that they're not going to give up.
All right, Adrian, you've been around a lot of different teams. Growing up, playing, wherever it is you may be, you always know that pitching is going to be important. This Dodgers organization somehow, some way, finds arms to show up and keep the pitching staff intact. Have you ever seen anything like this? We have so many injured starters.
I've never seen a team have that as many injured starters or relievers, for that matter, as the Dodgers have this year. It's one of those things where we're living in an era where they're asking pitchers to, throw as hard as they can and try to spin it as much as they can every single pitch. And, that's going to lead to injuries. And we've seen it time and time again. And, when you ask pitchers to do stuff that their body can do, but it takes a lot of toll in their arms, you're going to get injuries. And, the good thing about it is that, like you said, Beto, they know how to scout. They know what they're looking at. They know the numbers and the stuff that they want to see. And they can go out and find pitchers, whether it's on trades or draft or however it is that fits their mold, and they can duplicate that and be able to come up with great pitchers, at the big league level consistently.
Talking to Adrian Gonzalez here on Sedano and Cap, the former great Dodger first baseman and slugger, and now studio host, an analyst on Spectrum. Adrian, I think the most impressive thing that I've seen out of the Dodgers so far, at least in the first 3 games of this series against the Padres, they'll play Game 4 tonight. All the pitching injuries that Beto is talking about is one thing, but Ohtani hasn't really done very much offensively in this series. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 7 strikeouts. Mookie has 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. Freddie Freeman, 4 hits, 0 RBIs, 3 strikeouts. So they're still winning, but it's not the top 3 guys that are carrying them. That's the most impressive thing, I think. What do you make of everybody else performing offensively?
Yeah, I mean, you see what Andy Pages has been doing. I mean, he's just having a stellar, month and a half, 2 months that has carried him into All-Star game, conversations. And the way, he had the 4-for-4 game with 2 home runs, a couple hits yesterday. He's just continuing to go out there and have great at-bats. And then you put Teo, who's had some big hits, and you have Muncy, who's had some big hits. And you have, yesterday Kim and rushing, the rookies were able to step up and get a couple good hits. You have Edman. The thing about the Dodgers lineup for the most part is that, they grind out pitchers and they exhaust pitchers, and pitchers eventually make mistakes. And, whether it's maybe they haven't made the mistakes to the top 3 guys, but when they think they have a breather in the middle of the order, the 4 guys behind them, Will Smith yesterday with a walk-off. I mean, it's like, you pick your poison, and if you're really going to put that much attention to the top 3 guys, when you get to that 4, 5, 6, you want to take a breather, and you end up making a mistake.
Adrian, when you go to Spectrum Sports Night in El Segundo, you're working in the studio. Our good friend John Hartung, you have Jerry there. It's a good vibe. But when you guys go to Club Ravine in right field, and you're just sitting there, and it is rocking, there's no way you hear what Hartung is saying in the postgame, right? Because the fans are super loud out there.
You know what's the thing about it, and that makes it difficult for us, is that we have 2 earpieces, like an earpiece in each ear, so we can hear. But what happens, the flip side of that is that we can't hear the fans, and the fans are trying to get our attention, and they get mad because we don't respond to them. And we're like, we can't hear you. So, it's the flip reverse of what you're saying, is that because we have earpiece on both ears, we can hear each other. That's the only way we could hear each other. Okay. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear John or the fans. So, so we're plugged in. We can only hear our commentary, but it is loud. It is rocking, especially after a walk-off win like yesterday.
Speaking of that walk-off, did you think Tatis was going to make that play? Because I watched back, and he took a strange angle. He wasn't running back. He was kind of, instead of running like north and south, he was kind of running east and west. So he was running, and then all of a sudden he realized, wait, this thing's going over my head. And then he started to go back. And honestly, Adrian, where I was sitting at the game, I thought he caught it and was just being dramatic by not showing it. Did you think a player of his caliber was going to make that play?
On TV, it was hard to tell. You could tell he hit it really good. You couldn't tell if it was going to be a double, caught, over the fence. When Tatis jumped, and I had the same thought. I was like, oh, Tatis caught it. He's just playing it off. But no, I think Will Smith had the same reaction on the field while he was running, and then I guess he made a gesture like, I don't have it. And then they showed the quick replay, and I was like, no, it clearly went over the fence, and it was the fan who dropped it. So it was one of those where I didn't pay too much attention to Tatis's route to the ball, but the ball was clearly over the fence. He would have had to make one of those insane catches like the kid did the other day in Anaheim.
Oh yeah, the kid from Oakland.
Yeah.
I'd say Oakland, but I guess now it's really Sacramento.
Oh, no, you can't even say that.
The A's. Just the A's. That's right. Adrian Gonzalez, the former great Dodger first baseman, is with us here on Sedano and Cap. They wouldn't have even been in that position for Will Smith to hit that walk-off if it wasn't for an error that happened in the top of the ninth on a ball that Manny Machado hit down to Max Muncy, and then Muncy makes the throw over to Tommy Edman. And again, from where I was sitting, I thought it was a bad throw by Muncy, but I've kind of gone back and I've looked, and everybody says, well, Tommy's got to make that play. What did you think about that play?
It's definitely a play where, I think you could put the blame on either of the two. It wasn't a great throw. That's for sure. It was a throw that was down the way. I mean, that's a place where, it's completely away from the base. It's away from be able to pivot and make a throw. In a perfect world, Edman should have stretched and possibly just focused on the one out. I think he was still thinking two when the throw happened, and so he tried to stay on the bag and put himself in a position to catch and turn and throw. And I think that's what led to him missing that ball. But I would say the throw wasn't great, and the fact that Edman didn't just go for the stretch one out mentality, allowed him to miss that ball.
Adrian, you're a border kid. San Diego, Tijuana, your roots are deep. You finished your career playing in Guadalajara. With everything that's going on here in Southern California, we're not going to get into the crazy political stuff, but the other day on your social media, you posted how it impacted you and how you felt. A lot of athletes would have said, no, I'm not going to do that. A lot of organizations say, no, I'm not going to do that. Why did you feel it was important for you to use your platform?
Well, I mean, the main thing was that I was seeing, a lot of, Latino-looking, U.S. citizens that are being thrown into the ground. They are being, just because of the way they look, right? A lot of U.S. citizens obviously I don't want to see anybody, I agree with the fact that, hey, the best way to come to the U.S. is legally, right? I agree with that. But when you see U.S. citizens being thrown into the ground, being thrown in, broken windows in their cars just because of the way they look, to me, that's what, set me off for the most part, is the fact that, that it's straight profiling and there's nothing else to it. So, if you're just going to do one thing and, act accordingly because of the way somebody's skin looks, that's unacceptable to me.
Yeah, we'll keep doing what you're doing and using your voice. And, you've always been a leader in L.A., so
that's right.
Represent for you, man.
Yeah, and great question by you, Beto, and great answer by you, Adrian. I'll go back to baseball just for one more thing because this series is going to end tonight.
Oh, we got to.
Okay, so Adrian, tell me this. There's been a lot of throwing at everybody. And I love Dave. I love Dave Roberts because Dave will be like, hey, they intentionally went after our guy. We, on the other hand, we did not. That was an accident. That ball just got away. We did not intentionally throw at this guy. So I don't believe anybody. Of course, I think everybody's throwing at everybody. You think this thing's boiling up right now, or are we past it? Although I guess Pages got hit again last night.
I thought that wasn't on purpose.
But Pages has been hit twice. Tatis got hit last week and then got hit, obviously, this week. Then they threw at Ohtani. Is this thing still boiling, or you think these teams are past this?
First, I think I'm going to, just make one comment. I think the only intentional hit by pitch in all of these has been the Ohtani one.
Yeah.
I think the rest of them have been, hey, we're going to pitch inside, and if it gets away, it gets away. Oh, well, right? That is part of baseball where pitchers have that mentality where, hey, if I'm going to pitch inside and the one thing I'm not going to do is leave it over the plate. And if it happens to slip and run in and hit a hitter's back, then, it hit his back. Like, there's been multiple hit by pitches of that caliber. Obviously, when you have the two franchises, the rivalry, the things that have happened over the last few years, you put it all into the equation, you're going to get some people that get mad. And I don't think it has ended. I think they're going to continue to pitch inside with the mindset of if it hits him, it hits him. And we can say it wasn't on purpose because it wasn't, but we also don't care that it hit him, I think that's going to continue to happen. Maybe today, maybe next time they face each other. And it's gonna be one of those heated seasons between the two teams.
All right, Adrian, Cappy has shown us videos of him working out at Wild Card, right? He goes to Freddie Roach's gym and he thinks he can fight. You actually train. You know what you're doing. You've been around Cerdo. You know what's going on. if there was a baseball brawl, would you want Cappy on your side?
You know, I will say, you know, when we go to wild card, I stand in front of most of the guys when we're training, and they throw punches at you, right?
Yeah.
And I'll say that Cappy's got a heavy hand, so Cappy, you know, if he lands a punch, he might knock somebody down.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Beto.
Nah,
Beto, Adrian.
The Chancla has a better chance than Cappy. Man.
Beto, Adrian will put on the headgear, and it looks like he's wearing like a helmet that Joe Theismann used to wear back in the day with the single bar.
Yeah.
And he's like, hit me. I'm like, I don't want to hurt you, man. He's like, you're not going to hurt me. Hit me.
Hurt him,
and I
bro.
just start throwing everything I got him. Adrian, last night when I was leaving the game, I was watching you on the post-game show. I'm like, there's no way I'm making the 5:30 a.m. workout tomorrow. And it's 6:31 this morning. My phone is buzzing with pictures from the workout. I'm like, freaking Adrian was there late last night, and he got up and worked out, and the pillow fairy got me this morning.
That's why he's a professional.
I missed that workout bad.
When you commit to something, you got to commit no matter what. If not, you know,
that hurts.
That mentality of it's okay, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later, you know, can carry over and it can become a habit. So
and then he comes in the studio.
When you have that.
Yeah, then he comes in the studio and tells everybody how fat he is.
I can't help that part. Adrian, listen, icy cold Coors Light is my beer here on the radio station, but I got to tell you, when I'm drinking a Mexican lager, it's my, calidad. I love the beer, man.
Right. That's right. We got good things going with calidad. We might be starting up some fall darker, you know, beer coming soon. So we'll definitely let everybody know when those are ready.
All right, right on. Hey, Adrian, have a great broadcast tonight. Enjoy the game. Appreciate the time, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Titan. We'll see you soon, man. There you go. Titan, #1 pick overall.
Love that guy, man.
Yeah, good dude.
Oh, man.
Good dude.
Like in real life, like there is just nobody sweeter and just great father, great husband. I mean, listen, I could sit here and just tell you how awesome he is all day long.
Got to see Cap in the ring now. He's saying he's got a heavy hand,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
He
Right.
said as soon as if one gets a good connect, they said Cap got a heavy hand, man.
That's his buddy. That's his friend. And remember, he said heavy hand.
Yeah.
Not hands. He ain't got hands. He got hand.
So it's great. You know, Adrian last night is there at the game, you know, doing all the post-game stuff. DeAndre and I were walking out. We had ourselves quite a day. Because, Beto, yesterday, if it wasn't for the Lakers sale yesterday, the game plan was for you and me to go to the game.
Yep.
We had this young man, Garrett, who's from down in Manhattan Beach. He and his family bought and made the contribution to Children's Hospital Los Angeles. The auction prize was go to a game, go to a Padres-Dodgers game with me and you. But emergencies, you know, called because of the Dodgers sale and you were on the air. So DeAndre was like, okay, you know what, I'll go. He looked down, he goes, I don't know if I'm dressed for the game. He wearing an Angels T-shirt yesterday.
To his credit, it was a fashionable one. It was like burnt orange, like Texas. So he looked like Austin. Like he was out there with the Longhorns.
Yeah.
You're all right.
I was rocking it.
Yeah, Funch, I asked you to go to the game yesterday. You were like, no.
No.
You why?
One game per week is good enough for me.
Okay, and Lindsay Baseball, I don't think you had much interest in coming with me to the game yesterday. She had no interest at all. I was like, nope, I'm not going.
You didn't even ask me.
What are you talking about? We were all sitting there in the office going, somebody come with me.
Not a single person asked me.
Get out of here. Come on, for reals?
Nobody asked me.
Rude.
Literally nobody.
Literally.
It was your ticket.
Rude.
So don't look at us. It was your ticket.
So
guys.
I didn't even. And you know what's funny is that when DeAndre and I were getting ready to go into the game, I'm like, "Yo, you got your ticket, right?" He goes, "No, Beto said he sent it to you." I'm like, "I don't know that Beto sent it to me," and and it was in my text. I didn't know. So DeAndre, so we leave here, right? And on my GPS, it's like, "Hey, look, Dodger Stadium is like 2.5 miles." Take you like, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes.
All right.
When we turned on to Sunset, it was packed.
Okay, how did you get there? Did you know the way or did you have the GPS?
No, I had the GPS, and I went through downtown.
Yeah, we went to the streets.
The way I showed you?
Yeah.
Right over the bridge?
No, we didn't go over the bridge. We were on the other side. We're on the opposite side.
So you went the regular freeway.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, all right, good.
So
good.
so we get there, and we're like, okay, there's a lot of traffic. This is going to take a long time. Nobody's moving. So I noticed this bus goes and pulls off into the far right lane, right?
Correct. It wasn't the MTA bus.
No.
It
This was like a
bus.
party bus. Yeah.
Big difference.
Right. So this bus pulls over into the right lane, And I'm like sitting there going, well, I mean, this lane to the left is not moving. This lane that we're in is not moving. The guy in the bus got over into the right lane. Doesn't seem like anybody's there. Why don't we just go there? So I bet what?
That's the exclusive bus lane. So when you park at Union Station, there's a bus that takes you, the Dodger Express.
Right. Got it.
And there's an express lane for the express bus. It's like maybe a $500 ticket if you get popped.
Okay, so wait, it's just the express bus, or does the party bus qualify too?
No, the party bus could have got a ticket too.
Okay, so I followed the party bus. So
it's like, it's always the second guy who gets the ticket.
Yeah, so when we turned right, nobody stopped me. When we turned right, as we're heading now, towards going into Dodger Stadium, we start pulling in, and now we start to go up the hill.
Yeah, Vince Scully Drive.
And the thing is that I don't have a parking pass because you and I were going to go together, and you had arranged for a parking pass.
Yeah, I contacted my guy who has fantastic parking, but if I don't use it, I didn't want to be like, because he listens to the station.
Yeah.
So he knew I was doing this show,
Right.
so I didn't want him thinking I'm keeping your parking, I'm not going.
Or I'm handing it off to somebody.
DeAndre knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
you ain't burning that ticket.
Okay.
Right? So I gave it right back to him immediately.
Right. So now I'm sitting here like a freaking moron,
Hey.
and I got no parking. And it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock yesterday. I'm trying to buy parking online,
3
but
hours
it's too
early.
late.
Yeah,
Right. It's
3
too late.
hours cutoff. So
All right.
just pull up and pay $40.
So DeAndre, okay. So I pull up, and I notice that every single sign to get into Dodger Stadium says prepaid parking. And obviously everybody's taking out their phone and they're just clicking a QR code and everybody's good. Well, I don't have prepaid parking. I don't have any parking. So DeAndre, I'm curious to hear, because we haven't talked about this. Funchy, you may need to listen in here. I'm curious to hear your interpretation of what happened. I will step back. I want to hear what you say happened.
So obviously, like you said, they said the prepaid parking. If people were pulling out their phones, they were scanning it. They're just letting them go through, obviously, because it's a quick process.
Yeah.
So Cab goes, man, I ain't got no parking. I'm like, it's all good, Cab. We just pull up, We'll pay. So then he like rears off to the side, because there was one side where like no cars were in line. It was like barely like one or two cars in line. So he pulls up and. He pretty much did his Hey King, like, hey, this is where I work, and
you know me.
Yeah,
Wait,
you did that?
Wait. The one all the way to the right?
All the way to the right. All the way to the right.
The media entrance.
Right. Okay.
Exactly.
So I go like this. Because they're like pushing you along. Like, come on, let's go. Like the parking attendants are doing their best to try and get people into the parking lot. And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for the media parking. Now I don't have any media parking passes. Okay. What? So I don't have any media parking passes, but I'm going to say if I can talk my way in. So I show up and there's this lady there and she's like, hey, can I see your parking pass? I'm like, I don't have one. I go, but I'm looking for the media parking lot. I show her my ID, which is not, it's nothing other than my ID to get into the building here. And she's like, yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
So when he did that, when he was showing her the badge and everything, and then there was the security. He was in a bright green vest with the Dodgers logo in, and he's all like, hey, look, man. He's like, hold on. And then Cap's like, I like what you got on, man. It looks really fly. It looks good on you. And then he's like, yeah, it's whatever. They got the Seattle Seahawks color and stuff like that. And then he started getting into like, I'm a big fan of Pete Carroll and stuff like that. He's like, oh, yeah, Pete Carroll, whatever. But he's like, I do love what Pete Carroll going to the Raiders, though. And then the guy's like, my man. I love that. He's like, they call me, Raider Cap now.
Oh, my God.
And the security guard was like, oh, no way. Oh, yeah, I love that. We got a new Raiders guy right here.
Oh, my God.
So me and the security guy are now hugging it out.
Yeah,
why did he stop you?
No, well, because it was just a traffic thing. You know what I mean?
The guy that was moving the traffic along. Because you went through the VIP parking on the side.
Right.
And then you're on the right side.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to the left.
Yeah.
And so did he let you through?
Oh, yeah.
He did because, he was saying the Raider Cab, he had a Raider connection with them. And then
He
the guy
let
was
you
like,
into the preferred parking.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, let's go.
Wait, no.
Cap.
Which is better, though.
Let's
go.
What? So now,
it gets better.
It's better than preferred?
So now I've gone through the parking, okay? And I honestly, I didn't see where you could pay. Like everything said prepaid, so I was gonna pay for the parking and just make it easier.
No, but you got a media entrance.
But I go to the far right and I'd say, hey, how you doing? What's up? Here's my badge, And they're like, okay, great, come on through. And then I make best friends with the guy because now we're both Raider fans. You know, Raider Cap's in the house. And so now she tells me, she goes, okay, I want you to go all the way down to Section B of the parking lot. I'm like, Section B?
B?
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
So then we couldn't find it. And so then Cap.
No, it wasn't that we couldn't find it. It's that it was going to go way past where we were going to be. So once we got close to the stadium, I'm like, we need to park right here.
Oh.
Because if we can park here, not only will we get into the stadium real fast, we'll get out of here real fast. So now I pull up on these parking dudes.
And then Cap does a great. I sat there. I'm like, there's no way this is gonna work. And all of a sudden, throws on the ESPN LA all white hat, and then he tells the guys like, "Hey man, I'm looking for a media parking lot. I was wondering if I can get through." And the guy's like, "Who you with?" Sees the hat. Obviously, he's like, "All right, come on." And let's just do it right there, right in front of left field.
And I mean,
the one behind left field,
front row,
right there, where
front
the
row.
LA is at.
D.
Yep.
Yeah, front row D.
This sounds like
The
some Ocean's
season
11 stuff.
No, this is season ticket holder exclusive parking.
Oh, we're
To
right
be
there
in
in the
that
front row.
spot is ooh.
Yeah, these guys were great.
I wouldn't
man.
even try this.
Oh yeah, the parking guys were great, man. They love us. They freaking love us. I told
Oh,
you
it's
everybody's
great.
listening, dude. I told you this. You guys don't listen to me. Everybody's listening, right? And then DeAndre and I pulled in, and the only thing that didn't go perfect and splendid was they were all out of the jerseys.
All out of the jerseys.
You know what? Who cares about the jersey after that parking job you got right there?
Oh, it was great, man.
Don't be pushing your luck, bro.
No, I know.
Don't push your luck.
And I knew that if I told this story on the air, that I knew that I was going to get ripped by Debbie, because she's like, "Oh, Cap, you're always looking for all these free things." I'm like, "No, I just try and talk my way into stuff just to see how far I can take it, right?" And then when we went out there and we bought them Dodger dogs, we bought 2 Dodger dogs, 1 nachos, 4 waters, $65 or whatever it was, plus the $15 tip, right? And there I was going, there I am, Debbie. There I am, girlfriend. I'm buying it. I'm paying for it, girl. All right, listen, we got to hustle.
My boy Ace just texted in, Kaplan.
Hey, we're going. If you're listening on 710, we're going to the NBA Finals. For everybody else, stay with us on all the social platforms, leading with YouTube. Stick around. More Sedano and Cap coming up. 710 listeners, we're going to the NBA Finals.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on June 21st and 22nd. Biggest show ever. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards. Plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. CGC and JSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. More than 500 tables. Thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center. Saturday and Sunday, June 21st and 22nd, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer, the sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And you know, here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together: enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends. Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
Hey, it's Mace. In tough times, a lot of people find themselves owing money to the IRS. It can really weigh you down, and you're confused about the right way to handle it. And all those scary ads on the radio about the IRS, they don't help. Tax relief advocates want you to relax, knowing that whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, $500,000 in tax debt, you don't have to fear the IRS another day. TRA has a proven 3-step tax resolution process, plus they're experts at working with special programs available from the IRS to help taxpayers get back on track. Easy to see why they have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you owe money to the IRS and feel trapped, don't lose hope. Tax relief advocates could reduce or even eliminate your debt. End your tax nightmare today. Simply visit TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Again, 800-575-1482.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." Skip repairs and headaches. Call Sellers Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey everyone, looking for some fun and excitement? You've got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play, no purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Whether you're chilling at home or on the go, get in on the action. Play now for your chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Only available in permitted states. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's go, Deontay.
I'm the program. Damn it. Cappy's still in the zone.
Okay.
Still telling me about his great parking escapades.
Okay, so now we're sitting at the Dodger game, right? And this song comes on. And DeAndre's looking at me, and I'm doing my whole thing. Because I need you tonight. Yeah.
He was jamming as soon as the song came on.
Lisa, Cult Jam.
Yeah.
And Full Force.
You don't know about this.
Full Force.
You don't know about this.
Take me back to the 80s, y'all.
With the white tee. Get that white tee going.
I was just singing this song, and DeAndre's looking at me going, what in the hell is going on with you?
DeAndre, I'm telling you, I'm going to take you to Montebello, DeAndre. You're going to be all right, bro.
All right, let's do it.
You're going to be all right. QCs.
Even my boy Yuli was behind me, right? Why? Am I saying it wrong?
Now you just added a Y. Yuli.
What do you say?
Ulysses.
Ulysses. y Brianna. The two of them were behind me.
That's just Brianna.
Yeah, and they were like, "What's going on with your man right here?" You know, I was just all into some Lisa last night.
Jamming.
I was really.
This is like David 100 says in the chat. This is the same music playing at the Lowrider Car Show by my house. Imagine Cappy and the 6'4" coming through right there with some lokes.
The lokes. And Beto, last thing before we get to
it's YouTube. I don't care.
Before we get to Big Deal or No Deal, how about this? One thing I didn't really tell you about. So DeAndre and I are there.
Wait, there's more?
Oh yeah, there's more. So DeAndre and I are there, and I will say that that's the first time I've ever been out in right field at Dodger Stadium like that. Okay. So we're there and everything's going lovely. The people around us are great. We're having a terrific time. We're like making friends with the two girls sitting next to us, right, DeAndre?
Yeah, I was having a full-on conversation with them. They're really cool.
These girls were great. I had Garrett, the kid who bought the Children's Hospital
Shout out
LA
Garrett,
thing.
yeah.
Garrett's awesome, right? Him and his friend Zach was with him, right? Parker, the F-boy, was with us, right?
F-boy.
Okay, he was with us hanging out. And then we had, Yuli and Brianna behind us, and we're having a great time. Everybody's having so much fun. The game is awesome. The energy's great.
It was a beautiful night,
It was gorgeous, man. It was spectacular. I didn't really get to see much of the game because I was so far away that I actually couldn't see it. But, okay, that's neither here nor there. And it's not because they're bad.
He needs some, binoculars.
Yeah, I need some knocks. It wasn't because the ticket sucked. It was because my eyes suck.
Yeah, you need glasses.
Okay? So, but then here's what happens. This is one thing that
boy.
happens. Oh, dude. So there's this guy, white dude, wearing a Dodger jersey.
Tatted up, too.
Yeah, but it's wide open, and he got tats, like, all over his body, right? And he's got, like, it seemed like 4 or 5 children kind of with him to his right,
His whole family.
Yeah. And then these young ladies, these 2 young girls come walking down. They're both wearing these like bright blue Dodger jerseys, right? And they come walking and they sit in the row right in front of these folks. And the one young lady starts vaping.
What?
She started vaping in the stadium.
That's illegal.
Yeah. In
can't do
fact,
that.
yeah, DeAndre and I saw a lot of people getting vapes like confiscated as they were going into the ballpark, right?
Yep.
So this young lady starts vaping. And the white dude with all the tats goes over to her and goes, "Hey, I got my kids right here. Don't be doing that here."
Good.
And the one girl was like, "Oh, hell nah." Like she
Really?
gave him like a little lip, right? She gave him a little bit of lip.
Oh, yeah.
So the dude, I could see him just simmering. Like this guy was pissed. Like, I don't want you vaping. You're blowing smoke. It's getting in my kid's face, and you're being nasty to me, right? So he goes over and he gets the usher. right? And he goes over to the usher and he says, "Excuse me, see these young ladies right over here? They're vaping, okay? And they're not supposed to be vaping in the stadium. I got my kids right here." So the usher comes over and the usher's like, "Hey, are you vaping?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "They all say you're vaping." And everybody in the stands are pointing, "Yeah, they're vaping, right?" So now the guy tells her, and I can hear the usher getting very loud with her. He's like, "Either give it to me or get out. Give it up or get out." And I'm like, "Girl, get up, get out." No. What does she do? She hands over the vape and she gives it to the usher. Okay, well now, as if that's where things should end, before you know it, they're the women that are in the section, they're like the girls who had the vape are 3 rows in front of us. There's 2 rows of women, and they all start barking at each other, all these women.
What?
They are barking. In fact, you know what? I got the video, man.
No,
it
it's
going down like that?
It escalated so quickly after she handed her vape to the usher.
Wait, why did you not send the video out in the Beto Don't Shut Up chat? You're holding
He was
on
waiting
to
it to now.
I don't know why. To be honest with you, you really want to know why? Because I felt guilty. Because, like, you know how you see these fight videos in stadiums? And
World Star!
Yeah.
You know how all these fight videos in stadiums?
Yeah, but we still watch them.
I know. I'm like the guy that's like, "Hey, you know, you guys are videotaping it. Why don't you try and break it up?"
Exactly.
Right. But now I'm the guy videotaping because
But those are the people that
try to
posted.
break it up.
Right. You didn't break it up. You didn't post, and you didn't share.
I know. So here, Beto,
Stingy.
take a look at what happens here, and you can rewind the video. So the one girl, the girl who was doing the vaping, here comes Funchy. Funchy wants to see it. The one girl who was vaping, she starts like getting loud on all these other girls. Oh, and they start calling each other names. Oh yeah, they start calling each other names. Then one Big Mama stand. Right.
He put her down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. When Big Mama stood up.
Oh, security.
Right.
Security.
Okay, here comes a lot of security. Oh yeah.
It's right in front of you.
Dude, right in front of me, bro. It's the whole. There's a fight, like a battle going down right in front of me. Thank goodness I was there to protect DeAndre, because if something would have gone down.
So the girls in the blue are the ones that were vaping?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Dude,
And-
they're popping off like they didn't do nothing
Right,
wrong.
These girls were like, "Oh hell no!"
Well, see, the craziest thing though is that they were arguing with the family right behind them, but the one that she was really was getting mad.
Everybody's clapping when they're leaving.
Get
it out of here. Boo!
But see, the crazy thing.
Oh, wait. Who's that little kid flipping him off? Yeah, Cap, and these are the good seats, Cappy.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to give you the phone. I'm not going to swipe on anything.
But the crazy thing is that they were obviously the man who went to grab the usher and his family. They're the ones that they're really upset. They weren't even arguing with them. The family. They're arguing with the woman behind them.
Yeah.
And so she got up out of her seat and she was obviously about to throw down with them. It escalated so quick,
Dude. It was
wow.
Yeah, I know. But again, you ask why I didn't
No
post
punches
it.
thrown.
No punches thrown. But
No.
I gotta say, man, I was like, gosh, I can't believe I'm the guy videotaping this.
But it was
you know?
just so
Hey,
crazy.
were you like this when LeBron had the flip phone? Like,
But it was just so crazy.
or were you like down here, Cappy, like recording from
Well,
the
no,
phone?
and
Like,
that's just it. Everybody's like, "Well, why didn't you turn your phone the other way so we can really get to see what was going on?" I'm like, because I didn't want everybody to see that I was videotaping, because I thought those girls were going to kick my ass.
But it
you
just
got DeAndre.
it just felt like the energy just shifted all towards that section. And as soon as they got up, everyone in that whole entire section was like, "Yeah, get out of here,
Hey,
get out of here."
What did the kid that you took from who won the prize?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, he was still talking. He was still talking to me the whole time. He's like, and another thing about the show that I like, and another thing about Mason.
I love it.
And he goes, and I want Beto to be here. Why is it? I'm like, this kid's still talking. These girls are almost throwing down. You know, the last time I saw a fight, like the last time I saw like a real fight happen, I was in this restaurant, and these 2 girls were sitting at a bar. They were there together. They were friends, but they're sitting at a bar and they start getting into a fight together, these 2 girls, and they start yelling. And this is a bar or restaurant. And they start yelling at each other. So some of the people came up and they're like, "Hey, maybe you guys should go outside, you know?" So this waitress comes up to them and she goes, "Hey, girls, please, can you take this outside, you know?" And the next thing you know, the girls who are getting into the fight with each other, they start fighting with the waitress. So the waitress is like, "Oh no, this isn't happening." So she walks over to this like area, and the girls get up, and the waitress yells to the girl, "Bye, Felicia," like that. And once she said, once she said, "Bye, Felicia," the girl who was really getting into the fight with her friend, she went and attacked the waitress. Rachel's sitting there, and she goes like this to me. She goes, "Are you going to do anything?" I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" And she goes, "Go break it up." So I go over, right? And I'm like pulling these chicks apart from each other. And finally, I get the waitress away, and I get the other girl away, and the two girls go walking out. True story. 2 weeks later, I go back to the same place. I see the waitress. I'm like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm the guy that broke up the fight. She goes, oh, that's you? I go, yeah. She goes, check it out. I got the surveillance video on my phone. And you see me coming running in to break up the fight.
This is like, you go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, my God.
Waffle House fights. Like in Atlanta, that's called Waffle House.
Yeah, right.
And the people that work at Waffle House, do not mess with them. They will always win the fight. They will take care of you. Like the restaurant fights or like the fast food fights. Oh my God, it's out of control, man.
Dude, I saw Adrian Peterson on TMZ get into a fight in a poker room. It's like, bro, what are you doing, man? You're famous. Yeah, right. But the guy that he was fighting was like a little guy, and he wasn't backing down.
No,
that dude landed some blows on Adrian Peterson.
I wish you would.
Damn.
I wish you would.
Damn.
Cappy's always in the mix. There's always something with you. There's always something.
Mines were immaculate last night.
I'm really glad that you protected DeAndre.
I did, DeAndre. I knew you were scared.
I was so glad
DeAndre
was
was like,
Yeah.
He was underneath.
I was like, oh, hell no.
Even Yuli and Brianna were behind me going, Cap, do something. I'm like, I can do nothing.
I heard DeAndre, big back Cap.
All right, let's get a little big deal or no deal. Lindsay Baseball is ready to rock and roll. Lindsay, I wish you would have been there with me last night because you could have handled things.
I could have, but you didn't invite me.
Well, that's because DeAndre wanted to go so badly.
I know. That's okay. Next time.
What would you have done if a bunch of women would have gotten into a fight right in front of you? Would you videotape?
Like in public?
Yeah.
No, I would just sit there and watch.
I got to show you the video.
I did. Yeah, I did see it.
Should I put this out on social?
Don't do it. The fact
We'll
that
get a lot of hits, though. I'll tell you that.
The fact that you weren't in the immediate, like if they were like right in front of you or right next to you, then I would try and break it up. But other people already started handling that, so
it was just great when Big Mama stood up. And the woman right next to her pulled her down.
Yes,
she stood up like, oh, I'm gonna come in there and take care of some business. And then the girl next to her like literally pulled her all the way back, sat her down. Oh, it was great.
Go for it, Linz.
By the way, did you know that today is the 9-year anniversary of
Cleveland? This is for you.
I didn't know what you were gonna say.
Well,
Sorry I
I'm
didn't
telling
get you flowers, Linz.
I know. It's okay. Next year's going to be 10 years. I hope they all reunite. Oh, it'll be great.
We'll be there.
I just got
Riz will be there.
Yeah. Oh, you
Probably
know
will.
that.
Every 10 years, they'll
I just want
reunite.
to say, like, I just saw Richard Jefferson. He was wearing his championship ring on the broadcast just now. Iman Shumpert, when he
They'll
does that.
Get together with some varsity jackets and reminisce.
Post-game show. They probably will. They should.
So it's 2-1 Oklahoma City. The game's just underway. And Aunt Esther is in our live YouTube chat saying, Big Mama going to track down Cappy down at the Lazy Dog.
Mohammed says first time in the chat. And also a couple people are saying Cappy was a kicker. He wasn't going to do a damn thing.
You heard what Adrian Gonzalez said. A heavy hand. Just one heavy hand. All right, Lindsay Baseball.
All right, so Will Smith has come out with a new song. And he's trying to make a musical comeback, I guess. And he's just been completely roasted for it on Twitter. So the new song, okay, he's coming out with an entire album called "Based on a True Story."
What?
I guess this came out in like April, but they haven't released any singles until now. And now he's got this video for it. It's also very terrible. So
he's 56 years old.
Right. He has not come out with an album in 20 years.
And he's still rapping. Okay.
I don't know if you want to call it rapping. Is it rapping? Anyway, so it's called
Making music.
It's called Pretty Girls, so we're going to play some of it because I want to know what you guys think about it.
I love pretty girls. I like pretty girls. I love pretty girls. You don't gotta wait in line tonight. You're too fine for the line tonight. 5 + 5, you a dime tonight. It's a full house, better play your cards right. I'ma post your pick if you pose. Make one phone call, you in vogue. Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Hold up, wait, pose. I'm about to do some investing. I'll spend it on you and your bestie. You and your twin on a
How
jet
bad is
ski.
this?
I'll change your life if you let me. Pretty girl.
Wow, he likes pretty girls, huh?
The video makes it even more cringy.
56 years old. I mean, listen,
That's
I'm
creepy right there.
I'm
gonna first of all, the lyrics are old right there. I make one phone call. I'm gonna put you in Vogue.
Like, who knows what Vogue is anymore?
I know what Vogue is.
Okay,
Yeah,
we do,
'cause
but
you're
like,
old. You're old. If there's a girl at a club, she doesn't know what
Vogue.com is. Jeez.
I can lie to you though that
the beat's all right.
The beat's all right, but the video is over 1.1 million views already.
Oh, he's got a lot of fans.
everyone's trashing
Just
it.
saying.
The beat's all right, but the girls.
The lyrics are pretty bad.
You know, I've never given up my Will Smith boycott. I've never given it up.
I'm joining you right now.
From the day that he walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock, I boycotted Will Smith, and I have never given up that boycott. And now, when I hear that song, because listen, I used to get jiggy all the time. Don't do it. Used to love Miami. Don't love it anymore. Okay? But now that I hear that song, that is so, like, if you were 25 and you like pretty girls, that's one thing. Man, you got kids.
Right, and you're talking about girls and you're like 60.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you to the
You still married too?
Get you to the front of the line.
I think
he's still
so.
married, right?
Yeah, now this
Oh,
is
they
a
got the open
banger.
marriage, right? See this? Nope.
Hey, this is banned.
Nope.
Take that off.
Nope.
Take it off.
Listen, and in the social room, you guys can take video of DeAndre. He's dancing. He's dancing. See, you don't see me getting jiggy.
Nah. There's no jig.
Nope.
The jig is up.
And it's hard for me. Trust me.
terrible.
It's hard.
You know that in the first week that he released this album, only 232 copies were streamed.
Because people were waiting for a Will Smith banger to come out.
I mean, the only reason I even like heard about this was because people were talking about on Twitter how bad the video is and just like how bad it all is.
This
And they're
is
like, what? He's trying to make a comeback?
It's almost on the level of like some of those sports rap songs, like some of the rappers.
What?
Or
Like
athlete-
Shaq?
What?
Well,
Deion
Shaq-
Sanders?
Yeah,
Deion Sanders?
Remember the Icky Shuffle? Or no, it was the Fridge. He had a song, right? The Bears.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
Shuffle.
Super Bowl
There
Shuffle.
it is.
We are the Super Bowl Shuffle.
Funchy lover. You got to put the marbles in your mouth when you do it.
Yeah.
We play that. That's in the system here somewhere. The Super Bowl Shuffle.
That's kind of what Will Smith
Right.
is doing right there. Some of these athletes.
No,
that think
this is
they're
worse.
rappers.
I feel like those are actually like catchy and they have like a novelty to them. This, on the other hand, I don't know. It's pretty bad.
I think that if that were not Will Smith, who has like an established career, people would rip that song all day long.
They still are though.
But I think that's because a lot of people feel the same way I feel.
I don't know.
Keep my wife's name out your damn mouth. God, I wish Chris Rock would have just beat him down.
I just look at it as a guy who's about to be 60 soon. I mean, in a couple of years, and he's talking about taking girls in clubs. Like, come on, guy.
Yeah, hey guy,
Come on. Go to
Come
sleep.
on.
Go to sleep at night.
He still has a wife.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Really?
Yes, I know. Kind of.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
another.
Come on,
story.
guy. Seriously, go to dinner at 5 and get to bed, will you, guy?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds good to me. All right, Lynn, you got anything else? A little more big deal, no deal action?
I do. So
Yeah.
remember how you told us the story about the feng shui?
Oh, changed my life.
See? So, Cap, you explain it.
Okay, I'm going to explain this. And I am not joking. I swear to you guys. So, Lindsay, did you send this to me? I think you had sent this to me, right?
It was probably on like our list of,
Yeah.
non-sports stories.
So there was this Instagram post with this, like, it was like Confucius say that you should not have your shoes, you should not take off your shoes and leave your shoes by your front door of your house.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking, would have like 25 pairs of shoes.
I've seen that.
In my front of my
Right
house.
when you walk in, yeah.
Okay. So it said that if you have shoes, if you take off your dirty shoes and you leave them at your front door of your house, that it's a very bad thing for you, and it stops the flow of money coming into your home. And I know that sounded very cosmic.
I've seen that before.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'd never seen that.
Yeah.
So I saw this video, and it said you should never have your shoes off in the front of your house. I immediately, when I got home that night, I moved every pair of shoes, and I mean, I'm telling you, I had 25 pairs of shoes. I moved every pair of shoes out of the front entryway of my house, and they said that if you have your shoes there, money doesn't flow. And if you
Because it's cluttering the fortune.
right, and like your shoes are dirty, you're outside,
Yes.
you're walking around, you're bringing that dirt into your house, and you're leaving it at the front door, and it means that
Bad feng shui.
money will not flow into your house. If you move the shoes and you have a clear entry to your home, money will flow. I moved the shoes. I swear to you guys, I'm not joking with you. 2 major financial events have happened in my life since. Coincidence? Perhaps. But I choose to think that it's because the feng shui of it all.
Feng shui.
Thank you. I moved the shoes. Money wasn't flowing. Shoes are not in the entryway anymore. Money began flowing.
I'm right there with you, man. I believe in that stuff.
So according to the feng shui expert, I found another one, and he there's this post on TikTok, and it's had like something like 450,000 views already. And he said 4 things that you should keep out of your bedroom. And so they said, do not put fresh flowers in your bedroom because they invite third-party involvement, harming marital bonds. Okay. And then do not place a trash bin near a bed because they carry turbid energy.
Okay, check. Don't have that. No
and
flowers,
so you don't
no
want to have
garbage
like
can.
bad energy while you're sleeping because then it could affect your health. This one I find very interesting. Do not put medicine or medical records in like your bedside nightstands because it says that they could affect your mood and your mental state, and you should keep them in boxes out of sight.
Okay.
And then the last one, metal objects like scissors or nail clippers should be kept far away from your bed because feng shui teaches that sharp metal easily pierces your energy shield when it's too close. So if you have that next to your bed, then it can break into your mental clarity. So I actually have 2 of those things in my bedside tables that I'm going to move tonight, and I will let you know. I will let you know how my life is affected.
All about the good vibes and good energy. I'm all about that.
I'm not. I'm being serious. I've had 2 since I moved these shoes. I've had 2 financial things happen. I'll tell you what they are. The first one is I've been waiting for a tax return for years. Like, no joke, for years. To the point where I was going onto the IRS website going, hello, come on, man.
That's the worst.
Right.
Yeah.
And I moved the shoes. I'm not joking with you guys. I moved the shoes, and probably a week to 10 days later, it hit my bank account. Then the shoes have been gone. Even my kids, they come in the house. I'm like, don't put your shoes there. Put the shoes in the garage.
Did you explain to them why?
I did.
Okay.
And then I just actually... got paid, Lindsay, you'll love this, on the horse racing.
There you go.
So
the horse,
and it was much, much, much more than I would have ever expected, very truthfully. So I'm telling everybody right now, I know this sounds crazy, get your shoe rack out of your front entryway of your door of your house. When people walk in, they should not see all your shoes. I would have tons of shoes.
Now,
get them out of the front entryway.
In Asian culture, of course, you take your shoes off when you enter the house.
I do that.
So if you have the shoe rack, here's what it says. Put the shoe rack in the west or northwest section of the home to keep the shoes organized and out of the way. So the shoe rack in the northwest or west section to not block the door.
Okay. I think I did move them north.
Cap, you're going to have a financial windfall once you get your mileage and expense money back.
Oh, yeah.
you
Right.
go.
Lindsay helped me with my mileage and expenses
Finally
today.
did it.
Hey, Lindsay's so resourceful with
she's
all
so
that
good.
stuff, man. She's so good at that
She
stuff.
also helped me today. I was like, hey, Lindsay, you think in the Disney portal? Because I never use the Disney portal. Like when you have a job, a big company, they have these portals and they have things that you could take advantage of. I never do. I was like, you think there's
I
any
always do.
hotel discounts? Because I have to go to Philadelphia on a business trip next week. She's like,
oh, we are? What are we doing?
Yeah, we're going to go to Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go see a couple Phillies games.
My buddy's the bullpen coach in Philly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to go play some golf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little summertime.
You know who the GM for the Phillies is?
Tell me.
Preston Mattingly.
Preston Mattingly. No way, really?
Don's son.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he's running the organization. He was with the Padres for a while.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
Yeah, P's out there.
Okay, cool.
Big listener of 710 back in the day.
Do me a favor, everybody. If you want money to flow in your life, I'm not saying
Just
that
give it to Scott.
Well, you can give it to me, or you can move your shoes out of the front entryway. Okay, with all of that said, it is Thursday afternoon, and it is time right now. It is time right now.
I'm sorry, Kat. Robert Madrid in the YouTube chat. I've never had shoes at the door, and I'm broke as F.
Hey, Robert, here's what you do. Put a whole bunch of shoes in the front door, leave them for a week, and then move them out. Because I was broke AF too, brother. Okay? Hey, listen, let me get to our dealer's choice, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. If you want to sell your house before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer, or visit sellersadvantage.com. Beto, the floor is all yours, sir.
All right, so dealer's choice, I got something here, and I'm going to turn it towards DeAndre. Young DeAndre, who we've all taken under our wing, right? We all very proud of him. started as an intern, a kid that came here, wet behind the ears from Cal State San Bernardino, and took the job running the board for you guys. No experience, and he's handled it like a pro.
Champ.
Fantastic. Great for him. Proud of him, right? That being said, DeAndre, I keep listening to 710, and I don't listen all day long. I'm in and out of the car a lot. But why, DeAndre, are so many people at this station that are hosts doubting your skills for the softball game that's coming up? What I need to know is...
We almost went the whole show without talking about it.
I'm not talking about the softball game ever again. Not even the day before the softball game.
Well, I'm not technically talking about the game. I'm talking about DeAndre, the hatred towards DeAndre. Like, why are people hating on your skills, DeAndre? And what do you want me to help you with?
I have no idea why I tune into Travis and DeMarco and I hear Travis saying that, he's an okay player. And then I go into Mason and Ireland. Obviously, Mason, he drafted me, and I feel welcome to be on Team Mace. He doesn't really give me any crap. Then,
but there's some, questions.
There's some questions, like, I don't know, I got DeAndre, but I don't know. And then, got Cap, my own brother right here, Cap, just going out there and saying, that brother can't ball.
Oh! That brother can't ball.
So, with that being said, I don't know where all this strays came from.
Because you used to be the one everybody loved.
Oh, for sure.
Nobody said anything bad about DeAndre.
Can I add something?
Can
I add something?
Yes, sir.
It was John Ireland popping him up like he was Willie Mays. Okay, that's why everyone's giving him these strays.
Right, because Ireland talked about him like he was Barry freaking Bonds.
Exactly.
But now it's like, wait a minute. At first, Morales' point, it's a bit. But now it really does feel like...
Oh, no, they're legit. So with that being said, Beto...
How do I help you?
Well, first off, we're going to set something up. I want to go out there and train immediately.
Okay.
And then, obviously, and just keep building on it. Obviously, I want to...
I'm coming with you guys,
I
too.
want to improve...
I want to come, too.
I want to... No. I'm just saying.
DeAndre doesn't want to help me.
I'm this way. Nah, but I want to improve in the fielding. I want to learn how to, placing of the glove and all that stuff.
Right.
But also, I want to learn as far as the contact, making contact with the ball.
You want to smoke
I want to smoke some of them.
Okay.
And I want
he makes contact, he's going to get
no
on
chance
first.
for them to even have a...
You want to hit a home run.
Oh, for sure. That's the goal. I didn't hit one last year. I got grounded out a couple times. I want to make a different impact.
So you want to hit home runs at the softball game.
Oh, for sure.
That's what we're going to work on.
All
We're
right.
going to hit the slapper.
Yeah,
we're not going to
hitting.
Slappy McGee.
Oh.
So first thing we got to do, we got to go to Tijuana. There's a guy down there that has some steroids for you. Are you dedicated?
I'll get you some.
Real dedicated,
Okay,
yeah, of course.
I know somebody.
So we'll go together. I'll get Botox, you get steroids.
There we go. Let's do it.
DeAndre, you have been catching some strays, but I do blame Ireland. It is Ireland's fault. He does talk about you.
Curious. I didn't know if DeAndre was saying something to them or not, but I
haven't been on any shows or anything. Ireland obviously does say, I would draft DeAndre.
Ireland thinks they're Ken Griffey Jr., like reincarnated.
Why is Spongy mad about that?
Because I want that. I'm jealous, okay? Me. I want to be good like that.
So we're not supposed to bring up the softball game on the show?
I will never bring it up again because yesterday, Chris, in the middle of the show, I happened to say, who were we talking to? I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was late in the show. And
Trudeau, it was about Trudeau, right?
Somebody brought it up.
You went on the show with them, didn't you, in the morning show?
Yes, I did yesterday, but no, it was yesterday afternoon. It was about 5:30ish, and somehow the softball game came up. And Morales, it's his softball game. He's like, "Oh my God, with you in this freaking softball game, you can't wait to talk about it on the air." I'm like, "Wait, bro, it's your big event, and there are more people tuning in today than ever because of the whole Laker thing." Like, it's a mention. You don't want us mention. I mean, Morales had, he never has any material.
Now I get you, Liz.
So then he doesn't have material. So then he just rips everybody. You know what I mean? Tries to make everybody look like an ass. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Guess what? I'll never talk about the softball game again. In fact, I may not even go.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I'm not going.
Lindsay baseball, phenomenal. Funchy lover, so much lover. DeAndre, my partner, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we rolled last night.
Oh, yeah.
We rolled last night, man.
You ain't
Washed.
Beto, world class.
Let's go.
We are back tomorrow.